people to be successful on Ellev8. So let's go ahead and get this thing rocking. We got some slides. We got some people we want you to hear from and meet today. And this is all about becoming super profitable. All right. Okay. We got a little something covering there. Let's go ahead and get to our disclaimer and so we can get this thing rolling. Welcome, everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Okay. So you're going to hear about money today, and this whole thing's all about making money. So we want you to know that Ellev8, we're not licensed financial planners. We're not giving financial advice or commodity trading advice. We're not soliciting or making offers to buy and sell currencies, foreign or otherwise. We are not representing here that you will become profitable, because only you can determine that. Past performance is not necessarily indicative of future results. All the appropriate stuff that we got to say to make sure that people have the right thing in mind. Okay. Also, you're going to hear about earnings, what people are earning. What those people earn is what they earn based on their individual efforts. What you're going to earn is going to be based on the work, skill, effort, commitment, leadership, everything else that you do in your own performance. And we're going to talk to you today about what you need to do in order to give yourself a chance at success, but we can't make you do it. So that's our disclaimer. Let's get down to business.
Yes. Today, we're doing something special. We're doing an Ellev8 special call, and this is going to allow you to get the most out of your Ellev8 subscription. Okay? Are we ready to go?
Absolutely. Let's get rocking, folks. Let's get rocking. So here's what we want to do today is we want to show you how to maximize your Ellev8 journey. Just think of it this way. If you buy any piece of electronics, you buy a computer, you buy a TV, you buy a blender, a vacuum cleaner, they all come with instructions, how to get the best, how to get the most out of that particular product. Well, with Ellev8, you've got the most incredible tool to lead you on a course to becoming a profitable trader. And guess what? Today, we're going to open up that instruction manual and make sure you know how to get the most out of this tool and how to win, right? We realized kind of that we gave people the tool and they started using it whatever kind of way, Mark.
Yep.
And some people figured out how to win, and some people are confused, and some people are overwhelmed. So we said, you know what? Let's slow it down for a second and take time out to show people, hey, here's what you need to do if you want to be successful like this one, that one, and the other. So the first thing we already did the disclaimer. I put it in here twice, so we can skip that.
Okay.
You know, the first thing we want to do is let's start with some inspiration. Let's get some inspiration. Let's see what it looks like when you navigate Ellev8 successfully and you get an amazing end result.
From February to July, you've made, so how much did you put in initially?
$1,000. $1,000
Okay.
was my initial investment.
And it's over $100,000 right now.
Yes. Yes.
Fantastic. Your background, where are you from?
I'm from Maryland originally, but I've been in Georgia since after college. So you might as well say I'm a peach now. I live here. I've been here since 93. So
Okay.
yeah.
All right. And where at do you live in Georgia?
I live in Marietta, or the suburbs north of Atlanta. I am a real estate agent, real estate broker, all things real estate. That's what I do. That's what I know. 27 years. I went to a boot camp. It is so systemized the way it is. It's like, start here, ABC, 1, 2, 3. I love, 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 love that. That's how my brain works. I need order in my life, especially trying to add something new, because I was talking myself out of being able to learn something. I started my very first trade 45 days after getting into the back office. So some people I know caught on a lot quicker. It took me about 6 weeks. And I was probably putting in only 2 hours a week studying it, because again, I was just tiptoeing. not really knowing about it. And my husband, he kept saying, start with a demo, start with a demo. Everybody's talking about this demo account. So I started with a demo, but I did demo for one day. I was like, look, I need to really feel this. And my very first trade, my very first live trade, which was in February of this year, I made $1,519.17. I was like, oh my gosh, my own personal accounts. I blew through. I was like, okay, blew through another one. Okay, so the third one, I'm like, I got it. It's stuck. But I wasn't going to let that, deter me from continuing to move on, because each time I learned something more or learned something different, or I started tracking, what am I doing wrong? It was okay. I knew that mindset. I had to keep going, because if I could do it once or twice and then I can figure out what I'm doing, then I can make it grow. So I blew a couple in February, and March is the account I'm in now currently. Diligence, continue. Do not give up, because it is not easy. You have to study this stuff. People are asking me, I'm sure you're aware, people are calling me and asking me, what do you do? What do you do? It took me a while, because I had to continue to watch the same videos over and over and over. A lot of times what I'm hearing, it sounds like people are in a race to get from video 1 to video whatever, 50. I'm like, no, watch video 1 over and over until you understand those concepts before you move on to video 2. Video 2, you might catch right away. Video 3, you might need to watch it 4 or 5 times. Do not be in a rush to get from A to Z. Stick to A until you can move on to B. And that really, once I figured that part out, that helped me a lot, because I was just going through, I'm like, okay, that one's over. Next video, 15 minutes, next video, 10 minutes. And then I didn't understand any of that stuff. So I said, let me start all over and not move forward until I grasped the concept. And that helped a lot. The ability to earn whatever you want to earn. I feel like the more you put into learning it, the better you can be. That's the overall, but the technical thing that I like the most about it is I'm just in one little fraction of a piece of Ellev8. There's so much to learn back there. I haven't even scratched the surface of so many of the other courses and classes. I'm just a particular type of Forex trader, but there's so much back there. So I'm excited to learn more. But right now I'm just in my lane, my one little lane of beginnership. So that's where I am. So I have classified myself as a scalper. I'm majority scalper, but I'm also a little bit day trader. I went to a recent boot camp. Mr. Holton Bug said, trade with your personality. And I was like, thank you. My personality is I'm gonna go all in, I'm gonna swing hard. Everybody can't do this. I had to trade with real money. I had to feel the loss, because the demo for me, I'm like, I don't really feel it. So my personality and the type of trading that I do is scalping. I don't sit there behind my computer for 5, 6, 7 hours a day. I'm in and out 45 minutes to an hour, hour and 15 at the most. I can't even remember a time where I traded more than 2 hours a day. So I'm in, I'm out, and then I'm on with the rest of my day. That's how I like to trade. Other people spend hours. That's fine. That's what they like to do. Well, without the profit coaches, I just really wouldn't be here. I wouldn't have tried to figure it out on my own, because that again is not my personality. I'm not one to reinvent the wheel. If somebody has a knowledge, I'm great at learning from them or implementing what they lay out for me. And again, the way they train and teach is so systematic, is great, because each thing builds on the other piece. I love our profit coaches. Don't let it overwhelm you. Get in the hub and learn from the profit coaches we have in there. Are phenomenal. Very, very patient too. And I love that they answer your questions right on the spot. So my why is showing my sons that they can achieve anything they put their mind to. They don't have to fit into some box that somebody puts them in. If they want to achieve whatever it is they want to achieve, they can do it with some hard work, some diligence, and knowing and surrounding themselves with the right kind of people, like-minded people, people that are going where they want to go. So that's my why. I've never been somebody to work for other people, which is kind of funny. I've always been an entrepreneurial spirited person. and I've done very well. And I let them know you too can do that if that's what you want to do, but you have to work for it. Freedom. That's really another one. This right here, cell phone. I trade on cruises. I'm on the beach. I'm wherever. There's just no borders. There's no limits. And I love that. Nobody's going to give me a 9 to 5 and tell me when I can take my lunch break or when I can go on vacation. I go where I want to go when I want to go, and I can make money while I'm there. I can cover the trip while I'm there. So I love it. They make as much or as little as you want, depending on how much you put into it. So I love it. When you blow your account, because you will blow your account, it's okay. It's a part of learning. Don't let that deter you. Don't let that stop you, because that shows really your personality. Do you run into an obstacle and then flee from the obstacle, or do you try to overcome it? So make sure you don't let that deter you from changing your life. So you run into an obstacle, that's fine. Go back, figure out where you made a left turn, where you should have made a right, fix it, and try again. Try again. We would be in the dark if Thomas Edison gave up on us. So remember, you're going to blow 1, 2, maybe 3 accounts. Just keep at it. Keep at it. You will get it. If I got it, you can get it.
What a phenomenal testimony. I love it every time I get a chance to hear that story. And I hope that everybody watching today, who's with us today, is equally inspired, right? Yeah. And I love that in the course of telling her story, Vida actually drops a lot of the secrets and the tips to success that we're going to talk about in a little bit more detail today.
Yeah, that was a fantastic interview. She is just so lively and she's great. Yeah. Okay. So
she's a human, you know what? She's a human being. She's a mom. She's a wife. She has a business. You know, she bleeds red blood just like anybody else. And when she started the Ellev8 journey, she didn't know anything at all about this, right? So that's a very important thing for everybody to remember. So let's show everybody what it is that we're working to accomplish today in this session. All right, so here's what we want to do today. We want to make sure that everybody leaves here today with a clear and reasonable expectation of what it's going to take to become a professional, profitable trader, okay? How you're going to succeed, how long it's going to take, what you need to do, what steps you need to take. We're going to go through that today, but you know what? You're not going to hear about it all from Mark and I. We bought backup, right, Mark?
Yes, absolutely. And who's the backup?
Well, let's let these guys meet our backup. We brought the posse with us today. We've got some pros, we've got some newbies, we've got the whole spectrum so that you can't disqualify it and say, oh, that person is an educator, or, oh, that person's a professional trader. We've got every end of the spectrum covered all the way to brand new. So let's start with one of our rock star profit coaches. This is a gentleman who's been absolutely inspirational to all of us. He's leading the Forex education side of Ellev8. He's got an incredible personality. Come to the stage, please. G Money, Gerardo Paez. G Money is what we call him.
How's it going, everybody?
Gerardo. Hey,
what is going on? What is going on?
What's up, G Money? I was on your call on Friday. That was a fantastic call.
Absolutely. No, thank you for Tigray, Mark, MK. Thank you guys for having us here. This is a lot of energy. I mean, we started fast. You guys went straight through. You know what? Skip this. Let's get to the point and move forward. But just a quick introduction for myself. You guys don't know me. My name is Gerardo G Money Paez. I've been a Ellev8 profit coach since we first launched. I've only been in the trading space since 2018. I got introduced to the trading space in 2018. It took me about 2 years to learn. In between that second and third year, that's when I started becoming profitable. And you know, down the line, here I am. But I'm excited, man. Excited for this panel.
Man, I love that. First of all, I just love your story. It took you 2 years to learn. Between the second and third years when you became profitable. and now you're unstoppable.
That's right.
I love it. And you got a great shirt. I love your shirt.
Right.
Yeah.
Did you two plan that?
Well, you're just mad because you didn't get the memo.
No, I just wanted to be different.
Yes. Okay. Hashtag just different. Some people will get that. All righty. Let's bring on our next panelist, our next friend that we brought to the table. This is a gentleman who he's a relatively new addition to the family over the last 7-8 months or so. And he has taken our world by storm. He is a giver. He is such a giver. He's a professional trader, and he loves to share. And he's been helping people make sense of this in his own special way. And we're all very, very grateful to him. Let's bring to the main stage, super student, Coach Donnie Pips. He's got theme music.
Oh man, what is up, everybody? How we doing? Aloha. You know I'm gonna bring the energy, man. That's my favorite person right there, G Money, guys. Y'all might not know it. Yes, even superheroes have heroes, guys, and G Money is my hero. What is up, guys? I'm your boy, Donnie Pips. Welcome today to Amazing Flight School, guys. Guys, what's up? Former United States Marine. So you see, I bring the energy. All right.
The energy went from 5 to 10.
That's it. That's it.
No, 11, 12, 20.
We keep it on 8. We keep it on 8, baby. We keep it on 8, guys. There it is.
What's wrong with you?
There it is, baby, guys. What's up, guys? Been trading for a while. Again, as I said, United States Marine. All right. Spent most of my life in the United States Marine Corps. Loved every bit of it. After the Marine Corps, guys, listen, I figured I found the trading scene while I was in the Marine Corps. Had an amazing gunnery sergeant who made sure, hey, Devil Dog, you're going to do this, this, and this. And then when I got out, I was introduced to this by accident at a gas station. And I've been in it since 2013. And now I'm here with this amazing family trading the Forex markets, guys. And we are going to bring the fire.
Hold on a second.
Oh, exactly. I know we both caught that. Did you let that slip?
Donnie, so you learned it, you found out about it at a gas station?
At a gas station.
Wow.
Who? How?
So a little bit about me, guys. A lot of people know Marine Corps is not an easy life. Marine Corps is not easy. Being in the military, being a combat veteran wasn't easy. Having PTSD. A little bit about me. A lot of people know I'm a suicide survivor. Had just gotten out. Was at a gas station and met a guy at a gas station. I was actually joking with him. He had a really nice Bugatti. Had never seen a Bugatti before, and I said, "Man, can you show me what you do so I can get a car like that one day?" And he looked at me and I said, no, I'm just joking. I didn't want to scare the guy. Here's this big buff dude. You know, I've got the Timberlands on. I've got the 24s on the truck. And I go into the gas station and I come out to pump my gas, and he comes over to me and he says, "Wow, nobody has ever said that to me before." And I said, "What?" He says, "Everybody always says, 'Can I have your car?' But nobody has said to me, 'Can you show me what you do to get a car like this one day?'" And he said, are you for real?" And I said, "Yes." And he gave me his number. Well, it took me 3.5 weeks to call him. Okay. 3.5 weeks in that. And when I finally made that call, it changed my life.
Wow. And this was 10 years ago.
Yep. 2013.
Wow. Nice.
And the other part of that story that caught my attention was Devil Dog.
Hoorah, baby. That's it. Devil Dog, baby. If a Marine can learn how to trade the financial markets, anybody can trade the financial markets. All right. I don't want to hear any. I'll give you guys 5 seconds for the crayon jokes for all my veterans in the chat. Okay.
All right, Mr. Devil Dog. All right. Well, I tell you what, we love that. We love the energy. Thank you for just being so dynamic. And now we are going to bring on another champion. We're going to bring on one of our Ellev8 success stories. Oh, you know what? Mark, you're supposed to be putting up their slides as they come real quick, but that's okay. Right?
Okay.
'Cause I mean, these little fancy slides for you guys.
Hold on.
You
Let me
ready?
do, let me do it.
Okay.
We'll run through them quick.
Okay.
Here we go. G Money,
It was me again.
hips, and
And now we're gonna bring up Elevate success story, Nika Carter. Wait till you hear Nika's story. Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning. Hey, everybody.
you got the memo.
Yeah.
Got the memo. I sure did. How's everybody doing? I'm so glad to be here. I'm gonna tell you a quick story about me because y'all see the results out there, and I have a lot of fun doing it, and I love trading with my team in the morning. Why they ask me why you still doing this 2 years later, but I started this 2 years ago. Elevate #1. I'm a OG elevator, but I started this when we dropped this. The first time this opportunity came to me, I took it by the horns, and I'll tell you why. Because 2 years ago, I was just now getting nice and comfy with my little girl. I have a 3-year-old now, right in the middle of the pandemic. And guess what? I couldn't go back to work. I didn't know anything that was coming. I didn't know what was next. I have this brand new baby girl. I spent the last 3 years as a loan underwriter in a financial institution, putting people into debt. Okay, then here comes my beautiful baby, and here comes the pandemic, and also here come an opportunity. So I took Elevate. I learned how to trade. I learned how to make money from my phone. I didn't know about it, didn't know anything. In the beginning, it took me 2 months to learn, going to the classes, just, really plugging into the community, doing everything that I was supposed to do step by step as they laid it out. And after 2 months, I went live into a demo account, and I started off those small wins, 3% a day. And it was like maybe like $2 and $3 and $4 a trade, $100 a day. But here I am 2 years later. And now on a regular day, my results can be anywhere from 20% on my account to anywhere. Sometimes I increase it closer to 40 to 50%. What does that look like money-wise? 1,000 is a bad day. So I'm just grateful that
1,000
Elevate
is a
gave
bad
it
day.
to me.
I'm
And yeah,
sitting here
and
in
it's
pain.
because of this.
I'm sitting here in pain the way she's telling this story. 1,000. Nika, come on, man. Okay, so let's do it this way. Let's do it this way. How much did you earn last Friday?
I earned, so I keep rounding it off to $20,000, but it was like 21,009 and some change. The
No,
20,000.
it was far from your bad day, right?
Mhm.
$21,000 Friday of last week, folks. That's what you call just got paid Friday
But she
night.
said that. She said that.
I like
real
how she
calmly.
flowed that, and some change, and some
And some
change.
change.
20,000 and some change.
Some change, right? Okay, and then because I saw you on Profit Snatchers, and I heard you say this. So between Friday, Monday, and Tuesday, and I guess Wednesday as well, how much did you earn in total just in those 1, 2, 3, 4 days?
Oh my goodness. Was I hitting the 70,000 range? 30, 20, you know what? Nowadays, I'm not even gonna lie to you. This stuff starts running together when every day feels like a Friday, and the Friday is really the Tuesday. You know how they go.
I'm telling you,
Yeah, I really did. It was close to 30.
it was, you know what it
But I
was?
tell
Nika?
you
I'm gonna tell you
what,
what it was. I'm gonna tell you
I'm
what
just happy I'm winning. I'm winning trades. That's what it was.
it was.
I know how to do it.
It was you made in 4 days what some people make an entire year.
That's
An
it.
entire year of sitting in traffic, an entire year of dealing with a boss that they can't stand, and coworkers that talk about them behind their back, and putting their kids in daycare and taking the subway and whatever. You made in 4 days from home, from your devices, your computer and your phone, what some people make all year. And for everybody who's watching, that's what we're here to talk about today. She went from 0 to hero. right? Nika, you didn't know anything. Did you know anything about trading when Ellev8
Nah.
first?
Nope, nothing about trading.
Hello, everybody. That's called zero. And that's where so many of you are. You're at zero or close to zero. And you want to get to where Nika is. You want to get to where Donnie is. You want to get to where G Money is. And today we're going to show you the steps on how to get it done. Glad you're here with us today, Nika.
They're saying zero to shiro.
Zero to
Tigray, I
zero.
do want to ask this quick question though, Tigray. Nika, by the way, amazing. But let me ask you this, Nika, and this maybe can help a lot of people. Do you know everything about trading? There you go.
No, and I don't want to learn everything.
She knows how to win. That's the thing. She knows how to
I know
trade
how
her
to win.
personality. She knows how to
Yes.
execute her trades, and she doesn't know everything about trading, and you don't have to. And that's the things that we're going to focus on on this panel to make sure you guys are aware of that.
Absolutely. Absolutely. That's a very, very good point that you brought out. And here's another great point. Nika, when you joined the call, you made it a whole lot better looking.
Oh yeah, that's true. That's hands down. Hands down.
And you know what? We're going to double down on making the call better looking. We're going to go to Hawaii and we're going to bring on another Shiro superstar. This lady here. So it's funny, when I called her to talk about being on the panel, I had only part of Lacey's story and I was already blown away. But when she told me the rest on the phone, I was flabbergasted. So Lacey Tabosa, please come on with us here and say hi to everybody and tell everybody all about you.
You're on mute.
You're on mute. We can't hear you.
There we go. Aloha.
Aloha.
You see my smile before you hear my voice, but I'm here.
Exactly.
Good morning. I'm excited to share today. My name is Lacey Tobosa, and I am from Hilo, Hawaii. And I have, this journey has been amazing. My background is in business and IT. I studied Mandarin Chinese. I was going into foreign business, but I never was able to get a job with that degree because when I came back home to have a job to give back to my community, no one would hire me. And so I became a traditional business owner, and I do come from a family of entrepreneurs. And so naturally I became one too. And now I own a massage center, and I have been a licensed massage therapist for over 15 years. I made good money by normal standards, but I wanted more. And I wanted to be able to, be a present mom. I have 2 little boys. I wanted to be able to take them traveling around the world when and how we wanted and doing the things we love. And so I joined in Ellev8 1.0, just like Miss Nika, from the beginning, April of 2021, and I didn't take it seriously. I was popping in and out of classes, taking long breaks. I was then demo trading, but I wasn't using it properly. I was just guessing. And what I learned through Ellev8 is that you cannot fake it. You will be exposed by the market. So I opened up my first live account in August of 2022. I blew several small accounts. A lot of people I know start small. They don't want to lose a lot of money, so they start small. I did the same, blew these accounts because I wasn't utilizing, again, the resources in Ellev8. Then I attended the boot camp in Dubai in October of 2020. I said, you know what? I need to make this work. I need to stop not pulling the trigger and get in 100%. And right there at Dubai in the boot camp, I made $400. And I said, this is serious. I was profitable, but I wasn't 100% confident about my execution. And so I was trading here and there. I was making some money, but I recommitted myself at the launch of Ellev8 3.0 in May of 2023. I attended the boot camp last month in Atlanta, Georgia, to help me refine my skills. And I took an account, a $5,000 account that I opened up in mid-April of this year, to now almost $50,000. It's just almost 4 months, making about $500 to $1,000 daily. If conditions aren't right, I don't trade, but really persistence, patience, and consistency is what helped me gain success.
That
Awesome.
is a 900% increase since May. That is so incredibly badass. We love that. We love that. And you know what? There's one word that stood out to me, and I know the rest of the guys and ladies here have maybe some thoughts, but the word that stood out to me was recommit. Recommit. And I want everybody who's watching to write that down. Recommit. Recommit. Because here's what's going to happen. For some of you, this is an opportunity to recommit. Some of you are just getting started, and I'm going to let you know right now, as a person who's taking the journey alongside you, you will have plenty of opportunities to recommit. When you have a bad day, when you feel like it's hard, when you're feeling confused, when you feel like throwing your hands up, that's time to recommit. Because what if Lacey gave up? What if she gave up? What if she gave up when it was hard or she was confused? She would have this incredible story to tell. So thank you, Lacey. We're glad you're on the panel with us today.
So, all right.
All right. Well, we got one more.
Hey, hold on a second. Lacey, do your children trade?
My 10-year-old now, he was 9 when he started learning. So he is trading.
Wow. Yes.
We love jumping on
absolutely.
all the calls. He loves G Money. It's early in the day for us right now. It's almost 4 o'clock in the morning,
Yes.
but we're
Absolutely.
committed. We're
Thank you.
committed because we know what this can do and how much this can change people's lives all around the world, no matter
you for
what
being
background you come. Even my 9-year-old son can do it.
Yes.
Well, speaking of 9-year-olds, I'm going to backtrack a little bit. I was talking to Donnie on, I guess it was Friday last week, and your 9-year-old is also trading. How much did he make on Friday?
Like 740 something bucks.
$740. A 9-year-old made that on Friday.
Yeah, G Money's call. G Money's gold call on Friday. Yes.
9-year-old got on G Money's live trading session, called his own trades, because I asked Donnie that. I said, Donnie, did you coach him? Did you give him advice? He's like, no, he called his own trades. Made $740. Let me just tell you this. There's grown men out working on construction projects who did not make $740 on Friday.
That's it.
All right.
Wow.
We're going to show you today how to get results like these children are getting and their mamas. Lacey, thank you for coming on and making this call much, much better looking. We needed both you and Nika to overpower all of this maleness that we've got going on. But far be it from us to allow you to even the score. We got to bring another guy on so we can make sure that the odds stay in our favor. I'm just teasing. We actually have another success story that we want to introduce you to. We've got success stories all over the map. We've got crazy ultra success stories like Nika. We got a middle of the road success story that's going to be crazy and ultra success in Lacey. And you know what? We got a brand new guy, Martin Georgiev from Bulgaria. And wait till you hear his story. Martin, what's up, bro?
Hello. It's great. Pleasure to be here with you guys. So obviously, yes, when it comes to my story, first of all, I would say that I'm 19 years old currently. I'm born and raised in Bulgaria. And, in Bulgaria, I was raised in a family where it is this traditional way of working, studying in a university and stuff like this. But since I went to the university, I saw that it wasn't for me, and I knew that there is something bigger, something better for me. However, I wasn't sure how would I do this. So I started working as a bartender. I've been doing it for the past 3 to 4 years, I would say. And I realized that I wasn't receiving a lot of money. And at the same time, I didn't have any time because I was struggling 10 to 12 hours a day on my job. And when I came home, I was just like tired and I was going to sleep. And actually, it was in February this year that this opportunity with Ellev8 was presented to me. And it was something that I was always searching for. And in the beginning, I would say that I didn't know anything about trading. It was something brand new for me. But I was stuck anyway, and I decided to try it out, and then I started with a certain amount, but in the beginning, I was still had several difficulties when it comes to my mentality, when it comes to my mindset. And in the beginning, I was just trying to do it by myself. I had obviously access to the platform. I had access to all of these calls, recordings, live sessions, and everything, but I wasn't using it. And I was trying to do it by myself. And I blew my account twice, I would say in a week or something like this. And it was then that I made a commitment that I'm gonna take, let's say, I would 30 to 60 minutes a day, every single day, in order for me to plug into the community, to study, to get the knowledge, to get the skill set. And since then, everything pretty much changed. I mean, it took me, I would say, 2 or 3 months to start earning something. And I started to earn on a daily basis, I would say $30 to $40. It was great then because I was still working as a bartender. But the key point came when I was 4 or 5 months in, and everything changed for me because obviously the consistency by me compounded. And I was able to replace my monthly income from the bartending job with my weekly income when it comes to the trading. And I was earning something like $1,000 for a month when it comes to the bartending job. And I was earning it with 10 to 12 hours of work every single day, 5 days a week. And now I'm just doing it 30 to 60 minutes a day to be in the platform. And of course, I'm putting in the trades and then I'm taking the profits.
Wow.
Snatching profits, snatching profits.
Snatching them profits. So you said you're making about $1,000 a week now?
Yes.
How much were you making as a bartender in Bulgaria?
$1,000 a month.
You guys get that? He's now making in a week what he was making in a month. And you said you didn't know anything about trading when you first started learning in February?
No, nothing at all.
Wow.
February of this year, right?
Yes.
7 months ago.
Wow.
7 months ago. So here's the deal, everybody. Here's the deal. Martin took the journey that you were on, and he made it successfully. So here's what we're going to do today. We're going to show you how to walk that same walk and get those kind of results. We're going to show you how to navigate this. But before we do that, we have one other super student that we want to introduce you to. We got one other super student that we want to introduce you to. And this is a super student that I've had the personal pleasure of watching his journey. I remember very, very clearly the day when this particular super student didn't know how to trade at all, didn't know how to trade anything. I remember when he was setting up his accounts. I remember when he was losing money. I remember when he was losing more money in a day than some people make in a year. But then I remember when he started to become profitable. And that profitability number just grew and grew and grew. And we'll let him tell his own story. But I'll tell you the one thing that I learned most from watching him, and it is a story of commitment and consistency and determination. And he actually happens to be the reason that we're all here and that we even have an Ellev8. So let us bring to the main stage at this very moment, Ellev8 CEO and founder, Holton Buggs.
Good morning, good morning, good morning, good evening, Ellev8. How's everybody doing out there? Let me turn off my phone here. There we go. I've been watching. Uh-oh, can you guys see me, hear me?
Yeah, we can see you. It's a little dark, but we can hear you just fine.
Okay, I've got this light. Let me sit on the other side of the desk. Okay, let's sit on the other side of the desk and let the light come in on me. What about that? Hold on for a second. Hopefully this is going to be better. Open
Yeah,
these.
much better.
Much better?
Yeah.
Okay, there we go. It'll even get better. I'm gonna open some light up over there. There we go. Here we go. Well, I'll tell you, man, this flight school. First of all, I haven't been on flight school in forever. It's like, why haven't I been in school? It's always refreshing to be back and to listen to all of these testimonials. I mean, Martin, Lacey, Nika, you guys. First of all, I want to say congratulations. I want to say thank you for participating, and thank you for also sharing your story. I mean, to come on to share your story so that people see it's real. And these are 3 stories you're hearing today, out of thousands. I mean, there's people all over the world that I have a chance to see, and that are just talking to me about what they've learned. Because like you said, you don't hear from the children here. You haven't heard from Lacey's kids. You haven't heard from Donnie's son. You haven't heard from all the other kids around. And so maybe there's one account in a household, but there may be 5 or 6 people who are benefiting from this level of education. And so there's people who are not even distributors in our company, Ibüümerang, that are customers that are having incredible time. So you don't hear about them because they just joined for this amazing educational product, and they have no idea that Ellev8 came in the form of a network marketing company to the majority of the people, and that they actually got invited because somebody who owns a distributorship decided to let them know about Ibüümerang or to let them know about Ellev8. And so it's really exciting to see it, what's taking place. And so what makes me proud, number one, to see our profit coaches that are on every single day. I mean, just pouring out their hearts, the passion that I see when they are actually teaching. The thing I love about our system that we have of education is that we've got what I call like the Rubik's Cube for every style of learning that's out there. Every single style of learning, we've got a profit coach that you can tune into. You know, some people look at me and say, man, you know what? I'd love to learn from HB, but HB is just too energetic. And I'm not getting the basics. I get so excited when I hear him trade. I'm so excited, I just go out there and place trades, you know, because that energy that I give. And then you have some people like, hey, listen, you know what? I love that. That's what makes me, you know, want to be a part of some of the boot camps when I've heard HB have a chance to teach. And some of our trainers are more methodical. Some of them are very pace oriented, and you're able to catch your pace. And so no matter what your learning style is, you have that ability to grab this education, take it, own the education, own the information, and make a difference. When I started Ellev8, I can tell you this, I've had one mission, and that mission is still the same. It has not changed whatsoever. We've gone through, like we said, you've heard several of them say that I was there at Ellev8 1.0, and then I was there at Ellev8 2.0 and Ellev8 3.0. You know, we're kind of like the iPhone, right? We're kind of like the iPhone. We have, you know, evolved, we have grown, we have developed. If any of you have the original iPhone and you look at it, was the original iPhone, did it have color or was it just black and white? I don't remember.
Just silver. Just silver.
No, I'm talking about the screen. Did it even have colors? Was it monochrome or, you know? But what happens is when you look at iPhone today, they have gotten better. And if you look at the iPhone 14 now, I think that's the latest one. In comparison to where they were, it's a huge difference. And the company is very proud of every step that they've gone. Well, Ellev8 is no different. You think we stopped with Ellev8 3.0? When we launched 3.0, 4.0 was already in the works. Okay, 4.0 was already in the works. And there's some things that we're working on now. Now that we have our foundation set, we've got a solid foundation. So there's no reason that a person can say, you know what, Ellev8 just didn't work for me, or I am not learning from Ellev8. No, Ellev8 works perfectly. Okay, even the mistakes are part of the perfection. Why? Because we know that it's a human element. Every one of us make a decision to get up here and deliver the information as we see it. Our profit coaches, we make those decisions on a daily basis. And our system that we have, our platform is always being reinvented, improved. It's incredible. We have so many other great people and great things that are coming into play. And you know what? I have to give a special shout out to Donnie Pips. Let me share with you why I give a special shout out to Donnie Pips. Because from a leadership standpoint, when I look at leadership, I look at example. I look at quality of a decision. I look at, is there anybody who's following? I look at having an attitude of gratitude. And when I watched Donnie step up and just do what he knew needed to be done, I'm like, that's the type of people I love to be around. You know why, ladies and gentlemen? Because Donnie wasn't hired by the company. Donnie, we didn't go out and search out Donnie and say, hey, listen, we want to bring you in and pay you to teach. Donnie said, I'm a part of this company. I've got a skill set. I want to make a contribution, because that's what leaders do. Leaders say, I want to make more of a contribution than I am making in withdrawals. And what happens in the universe is that the universe says, no, that's not going to happen. We're not going to allow you to make more deposits than your withdrawals. You just don't know where those withdrawals come from. And Donnie's been out there every single morning. He's woken up a whole new group of people who never would have traded had it not been for him. And he never came and said, hey, listen, here's what my expectation is of salary or pay. Now, that's not to say that our profit coaches they're supposed to get paid. I'm just talking about being special. And it's the same thing. It's like Nika. Nika's always on the calls. There's so many people I can name that's on the calls giving their stories. They're not coming on saying, hey, listen, if you pay me more money, I'll get on and share my story. They're saying, I want to contribute. And so people are making their contribution without the expectation of what's in it for me, what's in return for me. When I started Ellev8, what you guys are doing right now, that was my dream. What Donnie is doing, that was my vision. My dream, as Tigray said, he and Mark watched during the pandemic when I started trading. And we were bored, didn't have a whole lot to do at the office because we were stuck in this office. And next thing you know, I picked up and started trading, and we were trading stocks. And I did pretty good at trading stocks in the very beginning. And I actually learned from social media. I never had a personal course. I never had a one-on-one course, never even talked to the guy that I learned from. But every day I would indulge myself and I would watch, and I'd watch his recaps on a daily basis. And to have a course that he charged, I forgot what it was, maybe $3,000, and you just get PDFs and you get some recordings, nothing live with him whatsoever. And I learned how to trade stocks. And then someone told me, says, hey, listen, if you learn how to trade Forex with how much money you're putting in the market, you'll be amazed at the returns. And I was like, I don't want anything to do with that Forex stuff. That sounded like a prescription for a financial disease or something, right? You got to go to the Forex store, and I was like, I don't want anything to do with that. It just doesn't sound right, right? And here I was with my limited thinking, predisposed to something that I'd heard before. And I said, nope, I have an unlimited mindset. I'm not the type of person who tears the walls down before I know why they were built. So I said, let me open my eyes to it. And I opened my eyes to it. I talked to a couple of people, and I understood that this industry was much, much larger than where I was playing, and I could impact more people. And what happened was this: I was forever hooked. I was forever hooked. And my vision, I had a vision. I said, we're going to start an educational company. My goal, still to this day, and was from the beginning, is to take every individual that we can come in contact with, more people than any other education system in the world, and teach them financial literacy through the Forex and profit snatching concepts. I don't call it just trading, but profit snatching, because you can trade and give your money away. They can get your money, you can get the experience. That's not what we want. We want to be on the other side of that. And so every day, new people are becoming a part of it. And many of you who are on this call right now, here's one thing I want to share with you that's on the people that's on the call. I said this on Thursday's Coffee and Charts, and I meant every word that I said. I have been studying this industry now since we started Ellev8. And that was in 2021, right? T-Gray, we launched it 2021. 2022? No, 2021. Yeah. And I'm up in the mornings most of the time at around about 4:30 in the morning when I'm actually getting up, getting things done. Sometimes I'll get up at 2:30, checking some things that trades that I put out there. And while I'm up in the morning, I'm watching and listening to other sources, finding out what other educators are doing. And I can tell you this, I run across so much information. I run across so many different people who are in this space, so many different companies that say, hey, we're an educational company. And number one, I applaud them because I want this information out there. And I ran across one the other day. It's $4,000 to trade with this young lady. If you want to trade with her live, like what Donnie Pips has done every Thursday, she charges $4,000 to do it. And her win rate it's not good. Okay, I'll just say that. All right. I'm like 4,000, but you know, that's what they're doing. And I watched some other people and they're selling this, they're selling that. And I'm watching the number of attendees on their calls. The number of attendees on their calls are indicative of something to me, and it's different for you. And I want to share with you what it's indicative of for me. When I watch all of these different calls, and I'll see some people, they've got 1,800 people watching them trade live. That is indicative of the market is out there and people want this information. They want it, okay? They want this information. You can't keep this a secret. There's no reason ever for any of our calls, really, consistently, to have less than 1,000 people on these calls. I'm like, what? Let me ask you a question. When I think about it, and I really want to make this make sense. When I think about it, why should there be? Why aren't we? All of us who are here right now, those of us who are on Zoom, those of us who are on Facebook Live right now, when you think about it, why wouldn't we have 2, 3 people, 5 people a week that we're inviting to come listen? Hey, listen, I want you to come listen to this call. I want you to come see what we're doing. When I scan a room and I talk to people, like our audience of people who are listening here, I'm hearing people say, oh, I joined this company because I want to help people. Really? Really? Is that something that's cute to say? Is that the politically correct thing to say? Is that something you say because you don't have the other answer? Or maybe you haven't figured out why? Because if my neighborhood, and I'm here now at my mother-in-law's house, and if this neighborhood, if I saw my neighbor's house on fire, and you saw your neighbor's house on fire, in the chat, how many of you would want to help your neighbor? I want to see, I want to see it in the chats. I mean, let's be honest. Would you sit at home and look and say, man, honey, go get some hot dogs, go get some marshmallows, you know, honey, you remember that chicken that you seasoned last week? Go get it. Or would you take out your phone and try to get views on TikTok and say, wow, look at this, man, that fire's hot. Or would you go get a thermometer and see, let me see how hot this fire gets? Or would you be making phone calls, knocking on other neighbors' doors saying, hey, listen, we have an emergency over here. Let's make sure everybody's safe. Let's make sure everybody's taken care of. Let's make sure we get, the people out the house. We've called 911. The fire department's on their way, making sure that you're doing everything to do your part to make sure that that family is safe. That's what I would do. Do you know how many financial fires are going on in the houses of the people that you have in your mobile phone right now? Their house, their bank account, their future is on fire. And we're sitting here like, boy, these marshmallows are really good. I can't do it. I can't watch the financial fires going on. I know where the world is going. I know what's happening in our financial world. We're looking at the greatest shift of wealth transfer to ever take place. The way money is earned is actually changing right up under your noses right now. Right now. I want you to understand, they don't make a public announcement to tell everybody the way you live today is going to change. We need you to panic. They don't do it that way. It's the elite and the top who find out because they're the ones who change it, and the ones who's closest to them understand it. They have first movers advantage, and those are the ones who prepare themselves for the new flow of wealth that's actually coming. And then those who are sitting there on TikTok, or those who are sitting there on social media, or those who are sitting there saying, I've got a good job and I only have 20 more years before retirement, those are the ones who carry the burden. Those are the ones who are the last to find out, and they find out and they're like, I didn't know this was going to happen. How many, just go back and take a look at the financial revolutions that took place of people, specifically when we went from, factory jobs to more corporate, from more corporate to now high tech. And those people, our grandfathers who had factory jobs, and they, the thought process is, all I got to do is get me one of these jobs, and for the next 40 years, I'll be taken care of, and I'll have this great pension. How many of you remember all of these people with pension plans when we had the dot-com bust take place that were sitting there like, what happened? Where is my retirement? And it hasn't stopped. It's continuing. These are fires. These are infernos that are taking place right now. I was talking to one of the largest bankers in the world the other day. And he says, Holton, right now we have a list of over 500 banks that are about to be gone, out of business. They're not going to tell you that on CNN. They're not going to tell you that on TikTok. They're not going to let you know what's happening. You've got the largest financial institutions in the world today who are spreading the information that we teach. Oh, this is not good information. This is not a good business. This is really unstable. They're telling you that so you can move aside while they come in and take the positions that are available to all of us. And then they're going to promote you to come back in and do make money that way, because they're already in. The biggest banks and companies that you hear of who says crypto and FX and all of this stuff, it's a scam, it's not right. Those are the ones who are buying up the most crypto. Those are the ones who are positioning themselves. Why? Because they understand in this industry, you don't buy high and sell low. They want to get in when the price is the cheapest because they know where it's going. I was listening to Kathy Wood the other day, who's talked about where she sees Ethereum being over $4 trillion. If you don't know who Kathy Wood is, she's incredible, okay? And so what I'm telling you is you're the firefighter. All these financial fires that are out there right next door to you, you don't know what's going on in someone's house. It may look good. You're like, man, I'm in a nice neighborhood. or my buddy lives in a nice neighborhood, man, they got all the cars, they got all, I'm telling you, many of them are, the blaze is set and you just don't see the embers yet. You don't see the flames because it's an internal fire that's going on in their house. And here's what they're doing. They're believing, they're praying, they're hoping, they're doing everything for a way. I'm telling you, I've been there. I've been there when I'm 45 days away from foreclosure, and everything looked good on the outside. Had a nice car before they took it. That was evidence of one flame. Nice house, beautiful house, freshly painted. It looks so good. And if you drove by the house, people would drive by and say, wow, man, he's got it made. Okay. Man, that house is a really nice, it was my first house, you know, I was so proud of it. And inside, I'm telling you, we were trying to put on fire retardant suits every single day, and we'd leave out of the house and I go have to, because I'm sitting there like I gotta find a way. I'm hoping, I'm praying, and I never forget what happened to me. I was out, we were selling furniture on the street corner. Erlene and I, she was selling jewelry. Can you imagine? Ladybug, this is why I give her the freedom to live a life that she lives now, because she was on the street corner with me. Okay. And it was 700 degrees outside. And she's sitting out there with no fan, no AC, in a lawn chair with a 6 feet folded table, 2 6 feet folded tables with a black velvet tablecloth with jewelry sitting there. And when people would put the jewelry on, it would burn their neck because the sun has been beating it up. That's a sale that's lost, Will. And I'm right next to her, and I've got furniture that I'm taking out of a truck and hoping people, the traffic that drives by, will see this furniture and come out and buy some stuff for us. And then on the weekends, and during the weekday, she'd take up her little jewelry suitcase and she'd go knocking on doors. Hello. Hi, I'm selling jewelry. Would you mind? Can I come into your hair salon? I'd love to show my jewelry to you and your customers. Why? Because I needed her to make an extra $500 profit per month because we were coming up short. I was short $500 a month. And I'm praying, we're asking, we're working to do whatever it could, because every month we're drowning. My bills were $6,500. My income was $6,000 a month. And that was with me doing 3 sources of income. $6,500 a month bills, $6,000 a month income. It doesn't take too many months for you to realize you got a big deficit. Plus, I'm $250,000 in debt. But when you work and you work in faith, I never forget, I was out there selling my furniture. She's out there selling her jewelry. A gentleman came over and handed a business card to me and told me about a particular product technology that he was offering for free. And he walked off. And I called him back and I said, sir, let me ask you a question. Hey, come back. I said, this technology that you're telling me about, is there an opportunity attached to this? He said, yeah, it's some MLM thing. I'm just trying to get customers. But I said, do they do meetings? He says, yeah. I say, I'm going to the meeting. He says, okay, well, cool. Just sign up for my service. That was our changing point. Okay. That was our changing point. That right after that thing, I went to that meeting. I got so fired up. I got so excited because my prayer was answered. And I'm telling you, what would have happened? How would things be different had that guy decided to stay at home and not go out and promote his business? What if he decided, I'm going to take my fire hydrant and I'm going to shut it off this weekend, and I'm going to stay at home and do whatever it is that I do? I don't know, ladies. You know, nobody else since then, well, at least for the next 20 years, had approached me about network marketing. I don't know. You know, I don't know, maybe I'd be one of the world's greatest engineers and I'd come on here and teach you guys about environmental engineering and structural engineering and all of that kind of stuff. And that would be pretty boring. I don't know how many lives I would change with that. But somebody said, I am going to put out the financial fires. And they gave me a card. And after that, it was up to me. What are you going to do? Are you thinking, man, I don't want to call them because it's network marketing? No, you're calling them with a solution. Yeah. You've heard me tell this story, and I'll end with this one. You guys know every time I get on here, I'm going to come. It's called the HB takeover, the Ellev8 takeover. But this is my way of putting out your fire. Because some of you're in fire starter school, but you haven't turned your hose on. I wasn't looking for the technology that he was giving me. I wasn't looking for that company that he was offering me. I wanted a solution. That's what I prayed for. And in most times, it don't come in the form that you think it's going to come. The person that you're calling, they don't know that you're calling them about Ellev8. They don't know that you're calling them about a financial solution and trade. They don't know that you're calling them so that they can solve their own problem. I share this story and I'll share it with you. During the pandemic, construction went through the roof. Everybody was saying, I'm going to do home projects and stuff like that. There were over 40 million quarter-of-an-inch drill bits that were sold. 40 million quarter-of-an-inch drill bits. I don't know how many eighth of an inch. I don't know how many 16th of an inch. I don't know how many 2-inch, quarter-of-an-inch drill bits that were sold. And one would probably think that 40 million people wanted a quarter-of-an-inch drill bit. And I'm here to tell you, not one person wanted a quarter-of-an-inch drill bit. Not one. Not one person woke up this morning saying, you know, I'm going out here to the hardware store. Man, I can't wait to get my hands on a quarter-of-an-inch drill bit. Man, it's Father's Day, and I know I'm going to get a tool set, you know, again, and I want my quarter-of-an-inch drill bit. Nobody wanted one. They all wanted a quarter-of-an-inch hole. That's what they wanted. They wanted a hole that was a quarter-of-an-inch, but you can't get it unless you get the drill bit. What does that mean? People they're not wanting education. Schools are recruiting. When you're recruiting, it means that you have to sell a person to get education. There's no line for people to get into these schools today and they say, hey, hold on for a second. We got to stop. No. Schools are recruiting. Because why? People don't want education. They want the result that the education brings. And if I had kids right now and I've got nieces and nephews, right now, here is what I am positioning my nieces and nephews to be and to do. I am not positioning them to be all they can be by going to some great university unless they have a specialized skill or specialized talent as a professional that they need a degree for. And if they want to go, great. And guess what? The Bugs Family Educational Fund will support it. But I'm going to teach them how to get what they really want because of school, and that's a result. I didn't go to school because I wanted to be educated. I went to school because my mom and dad programmed me, son, you'll make more money if you go to college than you would if you just leave high school and get a job. The chances of you living a greater standard of life is, okay, so what is it that I got to do? School was my drill bit. And if I could go to school for 5 years, and if I could pay more for books, some of my books were $300. And if I could pay for a book and listen to a professor all semester long and go home, do the homework and go study and leave there, and then I have to prove myself through a resume after working for free doing internships so that I could build up a story for myself to say, I am worth you exchanging $75,000 of your money for my resume. Can I do that here? Could I take 5 hours a week? Could I wake up? So I don't have time, you do. Okay. Can I wake up? What's wrong with getting up 2 hours earlier than you get up now? Can I wake up and just study and do and learn what Nika learned? You know, when Lacey talked about she committed. Okay, she went to Dubai, she came to Atlanta, and look at the result. We haven't been open long enough for Nika, Martine, or Lacey to have a 4-year degree in anything. And I don't know people who leave college with a 4-year degree who makes the type of money that they're making now. And so what I'm telling you, ladies and gentlemen, is this. You've got the drill bit. They have to buy the drill bit to get the information. Go out there, put these fires out, be a goodwill ambassador. Let's have Monday's coffee and charts, and then the call, I think, does Diana have a call after that on Monday? G-Money, what time's your call on Monday?
I'm on Tuesdays.
We have Ellev8 United, sir.
Okay.
Oh yeah, Ellev8 United, yeah.
Guys, let's go and have the Monday, whatever the call is. I don't care who. It's not about, well, this guy's exciting or this lady's exciting. Your job is to put the fire out. Your job is to call 911, pass out that information, and let people know. Let's build a community that is so rock solid, people are begging to want to be a part of the community that we have here. No school that I know of have the results that we're talking about. And these aren't one-time results. These are consistent results. These are consistent results. I know if I can do it, you're looking at the master of ADD himself, you know, and if I, you know, I think this week here I did about 50% this week on my account. If I can do that, okay, with running the number of companies that I run, with having to the responsibilities that I have, I know what you can do. Okay, I know what you can do. Love you guys. Thank you for putting on this call. G-Money, you're incredible. T-Gray, Mark, you guys are always knocking it out of the park. You know, Donnie, thank you so much for being here as well. And Anika, Martine, and Lacey, you guys you inspire me when I hear these stories. And Nika, Jackie, every time you make money, I know how much money you make before you make it, because Jackie texts me, here's what Nika made today. Here's what she made today. And I'm sitting up there and I'm just like on fire. So you have no idea how much money you've made me by Jackie letting me know how much money you made. And so I'm inspired. Thank you guys. I really appreciate you. Love you guys. Let's crank these calls out this coming week, not just this week. Go out there, guys, be the firefighters. Let's put these financial storms out there that are happening in people's homes, and let's go celebrate. I can't wait to see you in Orlando, some stuff that we're going to talk about with Ellev8. I can't tell you right now why, because I'm out of time. I'd love to share with you some new stuff, but I am out of time. I think my battery is about to drain or something like that. And I love you guys. Appreciate it.
All right.
Amazing.
Awesome, awesome. Hey, everybody, let's give it up for our Ellev8 CEO, Holton Buggs, taking time out of his crazy schedule to pop on here and just give us a heavy dose of inspiration, because Ellev8, like he said, is truly putting fires out for people. And we have an opportunity to make sure it puts fires out for you and for the folks that you know as well. Thank you, Holton Buggs, for jumping on here with us today.
Awesome.
Awesome, awesome. All right, well, Mark, if you throw up that next slide, let's talk about let's go ahead and dive into the exact specific how-tos to how to make this a profitable journey for you, how to maximize this journey. And so, you know, Holton pointed this out, and I really think it was a great part of Lacey's story too, that if you want to be a profitable trader, you are going to have to take this seriously, right? So Lacey, in your story, you said that you were in and out of the classes, taking long breaks, whatever. Well, the image that we threw up here is of the first day of college, right? And we know that everybody didn't go, but we know that a lot of you did. But here you are, you just showed up at a university or college. What do you know on the first day of college? Well, here's what you know. You know that you're in for a 4-year ride, right? You know that you gotta come in here, you gotta go to classes, you gotta show up every day, you're gonna have to study, you're gonna have to take tests, and 4 years later, and not before, they're gonna give you a piece of paper that says, congratulations, you're a nurse. Congratulations, you're an engineer, right? Congratulations, you're whatever it is, you know, that you went to college for, but you know you're gonna have to put in 4 years of work to get that, right? Well, same thing. If you want to have a result like Martine, if you want to have a result like Lacey or Nika, when you show up your first day of Ellev8, you got to have a mindset that I'm going to be here for how long? As long as it takes, right? Some folks had a 1-year story. Some folks had a 2-year story. Donnie came on here and told you it took you, Donnie, how long did you say it took you to learn to trade?
A while. It took me almost 3 years to be profitable.
Almost 3 years to become a profitable trader. And now he's so profitable, people coming from all over the world, they want to know, to show me how to do it, right? G Money, you said it took you 2 years to become
within that second and third year, Between the second and third year, right? Nika, how long did you say you studied before you started to become profitable? So before you started to get it?
I started to get it after 2 months, but it wasn't a lot of profit.
So how long was it before you started to become incredibly profitable?
It's like 8 months, closer to a year.
8 months to a year. What about you, Lacey?
Took me about 1.5 years.
About 1.5 years, right? So if you want to be a profitable trader, and Martine, your journey, you started in February, right? And you just recently, you said that you literally just in July is when you started making about $1,000 a week, and you were able to quit your job, right? So 6 months. Everybody's journey is going to be different, but notice that none of these are, oh, I just logged into Ellev8 the first time and started making crazy money, right? So you're gonna have to take this very, very seriously. So we're gonna show you the parts of Ellev8 and how to navigate them so that you can be successful. And now those of you who have introduced other people to Ellev8, if you've introduced other people to Ellev8, you have a responsibility. And your responsibility is to help to put them on the right track and set and manage their expectations. So today we're going to show you how to do that. Okay, we're going to show you how to do that. So Mark, take us to the next one. And let's talk about this, guys. There's 4 pieces to Ellev8. I thought long and hard about this. There's really 4 pieces to Ellev8, right? There's the knowledge base, which are the things that you watch and you study on your own, right? That's the self-study part of Ellev8. And then there's live instruction. Those are the classes that you go and you take. Like you heard Holton reference Deanna's class, right? She's got a great class. Donnie promotes that class all the time. So when you go to those classes and you learn, that's the live instruction. Sunday mornings at 8 a.m. Central Time, G Money and Marcus McKinney teach a class called ETM, Enter the Matrix. And it's really about how to identify supply and demand in the marketplace. That's an example of live instruction, okay? So you got knowledge base, you have live instruction, and then you have community. This is where we come together, and there's a community aspect of Ellev8 that helps you get the support that you need in order to be successful. This includes daily live trading. Daily live trading. Donnie hosts one called Coffee and Charts. G Money hosts one called Friday Payday, right? We've got folks like David Hunt who host a live trading one. We've got the Schmekow brothers in the Czech Republic that host live trading. We got Daniel Camaro that hosts live trading. So this is all community. We have live trading in Spanish, live trading in Czech. So you have communities you can plug into, and there's groups inside the Ellev8 hub that you can be a part of. There's forums there, you know, in those groups. Like I ducked into the groups and I saw people are putting up their charts saying, is this right? What about this? What about that? Anybody know what kind of computer I should get or what kind of phone I should get? That's community. And then there are live events. You heard Lacey say that one of her big turnarounds was the Ellev8 boot camp in Dubai, right? Martine, did you say a boot camp was part of your story too?
Yes.
Which one was it?
I was in Prague, and I was in the virtual in Atlanta as well.
Okay, so he attended one boot camp live and one boot camp virtually, right? And then you know, others have had, when you heard Vita's story in the beginning, the video we played, her story has boot camps in it, right? So you want to go to the boot camps, and then we have the virtual kickstarts that you can attend to. So here, imagine, look at the screen right now, everybody, and imagine what it looks like if you take one of these away. It's incomplete, right? If there was one missing, right? So Shanice is in the Zoom. She says she's new here. Shanice, I just want to ask you a question. If there was one of these pieces missing, what would your mind say when you looked at the screen? Right? You can't have a whole without the missing piece, right? So we want to encourage you, first off, you want to use all the pieces. What do you guys, anybody want to say anything about this?
You
Right
know,
here,
you know
right
what I
quick,
think about
Tigre.
when I see this?
Go for it, Donnie.
I see like you're going to the gym, consistency, right? Consistency when you first start the gym is what? It's daunting. Do I want to go? And you slack off. And I see G Money laughing because I'm trying to work on that now. Hit the gym and look like, you know, T Gray and Mark and Holton and all of them in the shirt. And it was like, okay, you go to the gym and you have no consistency, and then you take one of these away. So now I'm working on one arm. I look good on my right arm, and then my left arm looks small. So now I look like Popeye, right? You ever notice every time Popeye eats the spinach, it's always the same arm. It's never the other arm. And it was inconsistent, you know? So with these four basic things to Ellev8, I always tell people you have to be consistent. You got to show up for yourself. That's step one. Once you identify that these four basic parts are the foundation. That's why I call everything the foundation. This is the foundation, the building block that's going to start your journey in your personal life to success. So I tell people all the time, write this down on top of their page, consistency. And I mention this even with profits. Consistency over profits. It looks great, T Gray. At T Gray today, he had a $3,000 day. Well, T Gray, tell me about those other 11 days. You might not want to talk about those, right? G Money might not want to talk about, like, man, listen. But once you start getting consistent, like Vita said, right? And I think we had one, Janice with a Y. I think she won 11 trades out of 12 trades this week, yesterday. Imagine winning 11 trades out of 12 and losing one trade. That right there is because of these 4 building blocks. Go ahead, G Money.
Oh yeah, no, but yeah, this is really, really powerful. You know, and to me, I want to kind of just highlight the first part, the first one, knowledge-based self-study. You know, this is a self-study type of environment. You know, when you got to go in there and commit yourself to learn, to really, really learn. I was going through the entire slides, you know, kind of seeing what we have on here. And one thing I love about here, right, is that we're not even talking strategy. We're not even talking this indicator. We're not talking anything. What you guys and everybody here who's brand new, we're talking about the community that, you know, we have. And the community, it's very, very powerful. That basically, you know, even Mr. Bucks coming in just kind of just shows the support. That's kind of the mentorship that we have, right? The mentorship that we have to kind of lead on the mindset wise. We have a great community. I mean, this is by as far as encouragement and far as anything, we have the best community. It's up to us to really plug in self-study, plug into live instruction, plug into the community. And again, right, these events that we have. But yeah, so this is a great start.
So what did you do in college? You went to class for about an hour, and then you went back and you studied on your own. So live classes are the point where you can learn and you can get the knowledge, but then you've got to study on your own.
Right.
Awesome. 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 So, you know, we talk about these parts, right? One of the parts here is the live trading session. And when we think about some of the mistakes that people make that cause them to get confused, discouraged, overwhelmed, it's when they look at the live trading session part, right, in the community part, and they put maybe too much weight on it, right? They kind of do that, but they want to skip the other parts. So if we can go to the next slide, let's just kind of put that in perspective. Donnie, this kind of came from you. So why don't you lead this part of the discussion? You know, what live trading sessions are for and what they're not for is the next slide.
Of course. Well, like you just said, that those 4 pillars, T Gray and guys, listen, you have to have a foundation. What happens when you're building a house and your foundation is uneven? And T Gray said it best. We're putting all that weight on one part of the foundation as we're building it. So when we're looking at live trading, my first and foremost is I love it. That's the place where you're like, oh my God, I can do this. I have a process. I'm getting bidding. Live trading is the place where exactly what it states. We're going to trade live. We're going to look at each other's homework, right? We're going to look at each other's notes, you know, because, you know, when you go to college, and I was at NYU before I graduated from Penn State, and the professor would never look at anybody. He would talk, he would teach, but then it was your job to go back and do that. So what did you do? You got put in study sessions, you know, group sessions. And if you guys were in the same dorm together, what were you doing in the dorms? If you ever lived in that dorm life, we were all outside in the common area, right? Because we were living on oodles and noodles and things like that from the little shopette store, right? So when that community aspect comes into place, you got to have the foundation first before you sit down. You can't just come to the group setting and be like, well, where's your project, dog? Where's your project? You know, like, fill me in. Now you're going to be lost. You're only going to have 1/4 of the assignment done. Now, what to expect from the market on a day-to-day basis? That's the purpose of the live trading. Hey, let's take a look at what the market's got to offer. As HB said, as Mr. Holtenbug said, there's a lot of information in the market. So now how do we distinguish that fluff from what's real? So that's one of the reasons for live trading sessions, right? So myself and G Money, like Holton said, we get up extremely early to practice this craft. We're looking at all the data and things like that. And then we come back and say, okay, hey guys, guess what? I figured that this out, and this out is needed information, and all the rest of that stuff, we're just going to push to the side. Okay. And then they're like, well, I heard Kramer this morning say this and that and this and that. Well, he's selling a product, right? The media is selling a product. So that's the purpose of that. And then morning market analysis, right? We get up, we say, okay, hey, what do you see in the market? Well, Martin might say, wow, I've seen this. And I know you guys were on the call last Friday on G Money's call. If you notice, there's no coffee and charts on Friday, right? So what do we have? right? We got Payday Friday with G Money. Guess what? I'm a student in there. I know I seen MK in there. I seen T Gray in there. I seen Martin in there, right? And then I was like, T Gray 2 weeks ago was like, hey, or G Money was like, hey, we're looking at this trade. It's going to come here. And I was like, I'm in agreement, right? We looked at the market. We analyzed it again. And it was the same exact analysis. We had the same exact theory, mindset. And guess what? We're like, okay, if he's seeing what I'm seeing, right? Community based, right? Because everybody's agreeing. We all seen it. So now we're going to take the trade together, and now, boom, look at that, right? It was amazing. I think it was on gold, right? G Money, it was amazing market analysis, okay? And then you talk about your trade ideas. One of the big issues you're going to see in the financial markets is people trading in silos. Well, here's what happens, and I'm talking from my days of working on Wall Street, right? Of being a freelancer and doing that stuff is we would stop for lunch, right? There's a thing called insider trading. You don't want to get involved in that, right? So, but at lunchtime, you go out and you have a conversation with everybody, right? Because you're seeing that what everybody's doing, and it's just a conversation, or you were sitting having lunch, and you know that information, they were talking about their trade ideas, and they're like, man, did you hear Thomas just got fired over at Enron? Old movie joke, right? You know, and things like that. Hey, did you hear their, you know, and then you went back and was like, hey, I just heard this trade idea from my group and it seemed good. And I'm gonna call out one of our super students, James Wood, right? He, right, was like, hey, I got this, look at this trade, right? And he was like, hey, I'm looking at this, you know, idea, what do you think? And I'm like, okay, oh man, my idea is wrong. Oh, okay, boom, that's gonna save me some money. I'm gonna take that trade. That's the purpose of it. So when you see what the community base is for, it's so that you guys can have a place, a safe space to say, hey, this is my trade idea. Am I right or wrong? Okay. And then see if others have the same as you. Here's what I encourage. I encourage everybody to have a voice. That's why the calls are open. If you notice, a lot of platforms, and like HB said, you pay $4,000, you can't talk to the host. Okay. The host is gonna spin it to where I get you to come back, okay? On these calls and in this platform and Ellev8, you can say, hey, well, wait a minute, but this is what I'm seeing. So now you can talk among each other, because now you might see something else. Like G Money said, well, we were looking at the 1 hour and everybody was stuck on the 1 hour and they're glued to the 1 hour. And G Money said, well, wait a minute. Don't forget about the 15, right? And all of a sudden you've seen a lot of ahas in the chat, and a lot of aha moments, right? So now you're able to say, okay, my confidence is now through the roof. Or you're Team Cheeks and Erica Cheeks, who's trading oil. Yes, we trade commodities, right? On this platform, she's trading oils, and she's like at 5 in the morning, she's like, I seen that trade. This trade is gonna hit, right? And boom, it hits. And then she jumps back in and she's like, hey guys, did you see this? And all of a sudden I'm looking at my trade, was like, wait a minute, Donnie Pitts, you're going the wrong way. Erica Cheeks said something else. I switched that trade real quick, hit the right trade and say, guys, look what I just did. I just made 500 bucks. Okay. That's what trading like in a community is. All right. Any other input, guys?
Well, I tell you what, let's keep that, just keep that thought rolling and go to what live trading sessions are not.
Oh man, this is daunting. And this is where I gotta break some hearts, because people sometimes they get on there like, I just want to make money. I don't have time. I don't have things. Live trading sessions is not a place to trade the financial markets on the fly, right? I'm only going to trade when Donnie Pips is on. I'm going to trade when G Money's on, because here's what happens. If you don't put in the work, right, you're mad at somebody else's efforts. What do I mean by that? If HB said, listen, we were out here pounding the pavement, and Mrs. Bug said, listen, I'm your partner in crime, I'm there with you, right? She knows the full story, right? So they're there together, okay? But then you get these fly-by-night people who come in and they see one thing and they're like, well, how'd you do that, right? That's the same concept of trying to learn the market on the fly. You don't have the full story, right? So you have a part of the story, so it looks good, or all of a sudden you're going to take a trade and you lost the trade, and now you're blaming the platform, right? You're blaming the platform. You're like, you lost me money, or Donnie Pips called a bad call, right? Or G Money blew that gold trade, and T Gray said they were doing, well, wait a minute, were you on, were you on this call? You know, were you on Diana's call on Tuesday about supply and demand, about support and resistance? No, 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 no. Well, did you go in your back office and look at this? Well, what is that? Right? What is that? So you have to plug in, right, to get the current back. If you don't fully plug into the wall, what's going to happen? It's going to be spotty. And then all of a sudden, you're going to see why your phone's not charging. It's the same concept. Why are you not charging your education? Because you're not fully plugged in. Okay? So we don't just take trades, right? We're explaining to people because people have questions. And sometimes they're like, hey, it's a community base. I'm going to jump on Coffee and Charts today because I have a question and I want to get that question answered. Now, oh my God, what trade are we taking? Some people think I have a crystal ball because, yeah, we don't miss. But why don't we miss? Because of Ellev8. That's why we don't miss. Okay, so please understand what it's about. Go ahead, G-Money.
Yeah, I want to add in there. So like when live trading classes, it'll be great to get some input from one of the super students, just to kind of how they treated them or how it helped them. But it's like, let's just say we're marathon runners. Let's just say Donnie and I were marathon runners. You know, we can run that marathon with ease. And then if you don't go to the Ellev8 hub during the week, or you've never been to the hub during the week, you've never actually practiced your own runs throughout the week, and then you expect to be on the same place, same pace with us when it comes to live trading, you're not going to even probably run a quarter of a mile, right? So that's the same thing, right? I love live trading, right? Because I feel like I'm more in the zone. I'm more like, teaching a lot of little things here on the fly as far as what's important. Like, just for me personally, just like I just get activated, right? Just my educational approach just gets activated. But if you're brand new and you have no idea, just absorb the information. You don't have to trade. If you have some ideas, you have some experience trading, and if you don't agree with me, you have to agree with yourself first before you agree with me. And if you don't agree with me, it's perfectly fine, because in the market, it's your personality, you're going to trade it your own way. And if even if I gave you, and it's not a signal service, maybe we're not a signal service when it comes to live trades, right? We have a general idea where the market could go, and yeah, I mean, it's not those things, but again, right, it is a great way to definitely take notes and just get that real live experience.
I love that, G-Money. The live trading sessions are not a signal service, right? This is an education, full service education platform. Mark, if you can throw up the next slide, I want to hear Nika's perspective on this, because she said something when we were comparing notes. We wanted to make sure we put this up here.
Yeah, absolutely. And I just want to speak to something real quick while we were just talking about it, the live trading. And just so I can speak to people, because this is hindsight. If I didn't have like the so hard live trading in the beginning, right? So if you're just like joining this and you've seen us trading live and that's fun, remember, everything is like layers. Take what you can and want from things. Maybe live trading is just a time for you to come on and practice proper risk management because you actually see somebody doing it. Or maybe that's your time to come in and practice pressing a button because you're fidgeting all the time. It doesn't have to be one specific thing. Some people are coming looking for trades. Some people are coming looking for different things, but don't let what other people's goals and what their mindset coming into things deter you. Take what you can from things. You're always going to layer it on. And that rolls right into what I did say. Sometimes I know that we take things and we start learning things and we have this mindset because of how comfortable we are, how we've been our whole life, how we've been able to learn things. But sometimes, okay, and especially I feel like when you're talking about a skill set, something that you can you're going to forever have and you're able to pass on, no one can take it from you. This is that one time that you can't do just enough to get by and learn this. That might have worked your whole life, and that might have gotten you by and got you to the next level and got you that little boost that you need. But honestly, we're talking about the #1 financial market in the world. It's not meant to scare you. You just have to understand something about yourself. One little piece that just this time you can't do just enough. Put in a little bit of extra time, put in a little bit of work in the beginning, and you will be able to be free, and it does sometimes take a while to come to that realization that, wow, I can't just learn it on the fly. Like I can't just come trade live with them and then understand it a month later. It doesn't work like that. Okay, it just won't work that time. Get that information in you, burn it in you for a little while, and it's only a matter of time. Okay, you just have to keep pushing. I don't know everything, but I keep working.
That's really awesome. I see Martine, do you have any comments to add on that before we move on?
I do have something to share. And it's just to reiterate what everyone has already said, which is you need to get into your classes. There is no shortcut. Do not shortcut your success. You have to get into the classes. And like Nika said, you don't have to know everything. You don't have to do everything. But from every class you do attend, just take one thing. Take one thing and apply that. And you keep adding to your toolbox from every class that you attend, every live session that you attend. And then over time, you'll have a whole toolbox to get every job done.
I like that. There's no shortcut. Martine, anything?
Yes, I mean, they've just said it like there is always something new to learn. And obviously, in my situation, I'm brand new, I would say. And although I'm having those results, there is always something new to learn and to implement in your trading skill set. So, yes.
Love it, love it, love it. Well, I tell you what, let's get into a little bit of a structured conversation as we guide people through the steps that they need to take. So, folks, this is going to get really exciting right now because now we're going to get real specific. We're going to get real specific and we're going to go through a series of steps that every person who comes into Ellev8 should follow, mostly in this order. The order itself is a little bit flexible, but these are the things a person needs to do. Are you guys ready for this? If you're watching on Facebook, if you're watching on Zoom, and you're ready for the specific steps, put in the chat, show me the steps. Show me the steps. Now, we just want to see that. Make sure you guys are still there with us. Show me the steps. Show me the steps. All right. Zoom is ready. You see that? Panelist, Zoom is ready. And here comes Facebook. Facebook's usually on a little bit of a delay, but Facebook should be showing, show me the steps. Here we go. Kiana got us out the gates first. Here we go. Everybody wants to see the steps. Now we want you to document these steps, screenshot them. But remember, we're taking responsibility for ourselves and for the people that we introduce to the platform. Based on this, we shouldn't have people giving up after a week. We should have people sticking around because they understand they're on a journey. So here we go. Let's go ahead and dive right in to step one. Step one. Step one is log in. Open the book. Log into the hub, right? And it's so funny how many people get this part wrong. They never log into the hub. We've seen it. G Money, I know you've seen it. Donnie, I know you've seen it. We've seen it over and over again. People will pay for a subscription. They'll be on for 2-3 months. Never have logged in. So you go to hub.ellev8.com, you plug in your email, your password. You may have to reset it. Just click forgot password, go through the process. And then you want to click start here. That's the little rocket ship icon on the left menu. And it's going to take you to a screen that has that level 1 beginner tile on it. All right, let's go to step 2.
Can I take this one, Tigre?
Please go ahead for it, bro.
FX 101, right? I mean, this one right here, that's step 2. Log in, open the book. Step 2, FX 101. And I personally created this one, I created it on purpose to be very general, very straightforward. I believe what is less than an hour. It's actually like 59 minutes and some seconds long. And the reason for it, right, is because we want, we want progression, right? We want you to progress. And I know I've been through other educational platforms. I think we lost the slide there. I've been through other educational platforms, and man, I just couldn't get through, right? There's a lot of information. There's always information present. There's always evolving information, right? But our FX 101 course, you go in there and you go in there and just, take it step by step, take the notes you need, rewatch it if you need to rewatch it. But it's short on purpose because we can take longer trying to absorb that information, especially if you're brand new. So again, here, right, it's part of the Forex Academy.
For you, because this is really getting into what you created.
Yes. Yes. Yeah. So here it is, right? So it's a quick roadmap, and the course is basically a quick introduction, trading terminology, trade management and mindset, the trading platforms that are out there, TradingView, MetaTrader, and it'll give you also a MetaTrader 4, MetaTrader 5 tutorials on the iPhone. And then the most important one, right, is finding a live account. And the live account is actually something that Mr. Bugs installed to the company, at Ellev8 2.0. A lot of people at first weren't logging in. We got that fixed. And then he figured out and heard that people were trading on demo for over a year. Okay. And then he fixed that, like, wait a second. I think Nika had a great comment earlier. She tried a demo for one day and she couldn't get that experience. And that's the thing, right? You got to get your feet a little bit wet. You don't have to put in your and this is obviously not financial advice, but you don't have to put in your entire life savings to start a trading account. $50 will do. Learn how you are with money. Trading is going to teach you how connected, how unconnected you are with money. And that's why I love trading for the most part, just me, because it just makes us a better person overall with whatever goals we want, But yeah, that's the course. And I'll just because we're here and this is a special call, Tigray and everybody here in the panel, I'm actually working on a slight update on this to refine it a little bit more. FX 101. That very first one that I did, I was gathering a lot of information and summarizing it. And now, obviously we're always evolving. Mr. Bugs always talking evolving. And we will be getting a evolved version of this, an upgraded version of FX 101, which I'm very proud of because I think is going to just be more straightforward. And yeah, so that's the part for this. But yeah, study those FX 101s videos. They're short on purpose. We're not going to teach you everything because the live classes, we have a library of stuff, an encyclopedia of stuff within the hub. And we don't want you to get stuck here. We don't want you to get stuck at the 101 level.
Ellev8 3.5, baby. I like it.
I love it. I love it. So there's an X over a word there. And I'd love to hear from Nika, Lacey, or Martine about the word that's crossed out, because that's one of the mistakes that people make.
I could definitely speak to that. There's a difference between just breezing through some information and actually absorbing it through you. It's easy to watch them. That's why they're short. We make it easy for you to watch. We make it easy for you can pause it real quick and jot something down or jot it down when it's still playing and then rewind. You have to get it through you. You have to learn how to learn it. You can't just watch it, learn how to learn it. You have to apply it, press the button, have your phone next to you while you're trading and while you're in class and pointing out the things that he's showing. It's more than sitting and listening. You have to apply. Okay, we teach you how to think, not what to think. You have to take the information and you have to apply it. And it's simple. And what does that take? Action. Don't be scared. In my Donnie voice, press the button. Okay, that's it. Learn how to learn it. Study it. Take action. Pick up your phone. Scoot your laptop next to you. Whatever you got to do to get it through you and burn it through you, it's for you. You take account for it. Okay? We give you the information. but you have to absorb the value that you get. So that's my take on that.
Didn't
for
you
sure.
didn't you say one time that you were on the floor learning to learn because you were trying to get this? So you'd be sitting on the floor studying and taking notes?
Yeah, when my daughter, she was just getting to a year old, and you know how it is. I'm 2,500 miles away in Portland, Oregon. Okay, but now I'm back down here now to the family, close to everybody. But when you're trying to be quiet and you're trying to keep an ear out and you want to learn this thing and you have a why and a reason, you're going to do what you got to do. In the quietest place, but the closest place to my daughter Eris, scoop right there in the bathroom, study, learn it, sit there. The markets were open. Pacific Northwest time, so midnight, 1 o'clock, I'm there. I'm studying.
Nice.
That's major. That's because and the reason I'm glad we spent a little time on this, because this is one of the biggest places and one of the first places that people mess up. Right? They get an assignment to go watch FX 101, and they literally go watch it, and somebody tells them it's only an hour, and they're done in an hour. You know, I tell people, look, it's an hour if you watch it straight through, but I don't want to hear from you in an hour. You know, to be honest, it should really take you a couple of days to go through that hour, because you're going to pause, rewind, study. When you finish this, you should know it. Right. And that's why I really liked your comment that you said before, people need to relearn actually how to learn, because that's what they really need. All right, well, let's go to step 4. Step 4. So this was designed, FX 101 was designed by G Money so that you could know enough to now start to learn how to push the button. So you need some tools to get set up, right? And just really quickly, after you complete FX 101, it's time to set up your trading tools. You need a broker demo account, right? And we encourage people to start with either a demo account, or here's another way to do a demo, a small live trading account, right? A small money live trading account. Somebody said $50, $100, $200, $500, just a small amount of money that you can practice on. So you can learn how to trade. Now, you're going to need some ancillary tools. You're going to need Trading View. Set that up. It's in the FX 101 there. You're going to need to download, based on the broker that you select, you're going to need MT4 or MT5, and you're going to need it on your computer and your phone. Your computer and your phone. Contrary to popular belief, your primary trading device will be your computer, with your phone as your secondary trading device. And because this is all new to you, ask for help. Some of our communities have a panel discussion that they do to help their new people. Other folks do it one-on-one or in small Zooms, but raise your hand, ask for help. Someone said, don't trade in a silo. And we're going to add to that, don't suffer in silence, right?
One thing there, Tigre, that I want to add is, like, where's this help coming from, right? And it's obviously people who've been in the hub already, right? Us as educators, right? Myself in the position as educators, we're coming in live on the classes, and we're basically providing the education. The recordings are there for you to go to watch, but we don't have during the live classes, questions come in, we may miss out. This is where, the experienced elevators, right, come in and you help a friend, right? I've been through the hub. Go to this step, go to this step. So don't, us as educators, profit coaches, we're there on our scheduled calls. But those little steps to get to us, if you need help, if you need to create some type of, shortcut will work for you. I know there's a team out there in Denver that they have they always suggest go to the cup, learn from this, but they created their top 10 videos. Here are the top 10 videos that you must watch. FX 101, they created a link for that. Go watch the, support and resistance. They created a direct link for that for their group. So they're getting bits and pieces from the hub, creating their own little document on themselves. Like again, like Mr. Bugs rooted Donnie Pips, he took initiative. He took initiative of how he can help their groups. And that's another suggestion, what I've heard from some leaders who had a lot of success, with their building their trading community in that little step right there. So definitely, I encourage you all to do that.
We call it a funnel system. So
There you
as
go.
a ambassador, we one thing that my counterpart, Emerald Ambassador Vita Wood Wooten, and myself, we've created a great funnel system, in our organization, in our team, that if we're already doing it, by all means, jump on. All right, one community, one team, one family, one fight. So latch on to that community that has that funnel system that says, hey, at this time, we're going to show you how to do this. We're going to show you how to do this. Okay. And then we're going to walk you through it, because everybody's has as a different level for using the computer. Some of our seasoned people, I want to make sure I say the right words, they like the little touch screens, right? They get a little older and they like the little fancy, as my mom would say, doohickeys, right? So they got to get the touch screen and everything like that and stuff like that. It's okay. We're going to help you get through it. But in your organization, if you don't have one, find one. And if you can't find one, reach out to me. I am an ambassador with the company, not an Ellev8 educator. All right. G Money and them, they focus on teaching that specific topic. So we want to keep them on track. Right. So now, if you don't have a track, join a track. Okay. Or say, hey, guess what, guys? Don't have a community. Came in. We will get you squared away. So nobody's left behind. Just like we say, don't trade in a silo. Don't try to set up everything in a silo. Okay.
There you go. And you know what I love, guys? There's our community is at work even right now in the Zoom and the Facebook chats, right? Someone asked, what broker or what's the smallest amount I can start with, and already the more senior students are already answering that person's question. So, folks, listen, that's how it works in the groups. If you're not using the group aspects of the Ellev8 Hub, you are missing out, because you can ask these questions in the groups. People will answer you and give you the benefit of their experience. So this is really good. Let's go to step 5. Let's go to step 5. All right, so you went through FX 101. You watched and studied those videos. You've got your tool set up. What do you do next? It's time to hit the books again. Time to learn more. Anybody want to talk about this?
I'll take this one, Tigray.
Go for it, Lacey.
Alrighty, so get back into the hub. The hub is your center base. That's why it's called the hub. You always return there every single day. Make time in your schedule. I know we all got time where we're scrolling on social media, we're watching, Netflix. So set aside time every single day. Put it in your calendar, put it in your schedule. Don't say when I have time, I'll go into the hub. Make time, because you want to make time for your success. So get back into the hub every single day. Start here, click beginner level 1. FX 101 is chunked in small pieces for you to digest easily. Does it mean you're going to get it the first round? You have to watch it over and over and over again. It's like learning a new language. What I do at home for myself and for my children is I just play it. If I'm busy that day, I'm a busy mom. I run a business, and I'm learning how to trade as well. And so what I do is I just play the videos. I play the videos and we hear the language. I might not be able to take notes right then and there, but that's okay, because I need to get back into the hub. I need to go in there again and watch it again. And so repetition is everything. Click into the technical analysis 101. Deanna Jade has great videos. I always direct my team, my customers there as well. This is just tool upon tool upon tool, so you can get better and better and better every single day. Get back into the hub, study the videos, enroll in the courses. There's so many resources in there for you to be successful. Get your money's worth. Get in the hub.
Wow. Lacey, you know what I love? You said that you play the videos in the background, right? And that was powerful to me, because so many of us, as we've grown up, and even now, we just play music in the background. And then you're amazed that you know the words to songs, right? You never sat down to learn the words, but because you had it playing in the background, it was getting into your subconscious. What a powerful tip, success tip for everybody. Man, if you're trying to learn this and you really want this bad, substitute your music for playing these videos in the background. I love that. Thank you.
And it works. It works. My children are like, what's a drawback? What's resistance? What's support? And we dive in. We get into the courses and we dive in at a later time when we can sit down and pull up G Money's class, pull up Deanna Jade's class, watch the recordings, and we go in and we learn what is support, what is resistance. But those words keep, penetrating through their heads, and you get it over time. Repetition is everything.
Wow.
Big word in the military right there. Repetition. We train for 5 minutes. The only person who is boycotted is Morpheus, because I think he's more popular in my household than I am. So that's about it.
Which is really funny to me. Yeah, that actually tickles me to death, right? Because Holton came on and he talked about how our educators have different personalities. And Marcus, aka Morpheus, is a very, very calm, low-key person. And I've had people come and say, he's so boring, right? To which you guys know my reply is, well, if you really want this, you can learn from everybody, from anybody, and you don't need to be entertained.
Yep.
But they love you because you're so energetic and charismatic, but your son
loves Morpheus. Loves Morpheus. He doesn't learn from me. He learned the basics, but won't listen to me. But sure enough, as Morpheus is on, walk by, who you listen to? Oh, Morpheus.
How funny is that? That is absolutely insane. All right, well, let's go to number 6 so we can keep it moving. Number 6, right? This is going to be a big one. And this is, I think, in my opinion, and I want one of you guys to jump in and take this, but in my opinion, this is one of the most underutilized parts of the Ellev8 system, and I mean from both directions. One, people getting in, and two, people actually participating and contributing to it. So one of you guys jump in, anybody jump in and talk about the community aspects of Ellev8.
I can do it.
Go ahead, Martin.
Okay, so I mean, when it comes to the community and all of these groups in the Ellev8, in Facebook as well, and the live session from Donnie, from G-Money, and everybody from the coaches, it's pretty important, because what it makes is the feeling that you are not doing it alone, obviously, and you are there with everybody else. You are sharing ideas. You are always you are together in this. So obviously when you're doing something, you can share the results. That motivates others as well. And that's pretty much the concept of not doing it alone, being in a community and snatching profits together.
Major. The operative word there is together, right? Together. Can somebody talk a little bit about the groups? Donnie, why don't you talk a little bit about the groups? I know you guys have a huge group, one of the largest groups, if not the largest group in the hub. We're just talking about the power of groups.
The power of groups, it helps. We get in our mindset, and we're stuck in our ways as human nature. Okay, we learn certain ways as we grow up, and we're groomed and bred this way, and we're like, well, this is who I am. Well, a group helps you be just who you are, but it allows you to see other opinions. Okay, we have one of the biggest groups. So now when people are struggling, right, and they say, I can't find that community connection, that's when the groups really come into play, because it doesn't matter what aspect of the company you are a part of. You can plug in and say, hey guys, here's my chart, take a look at it, what do you think? That one reply is enough to build somebody's confidence for that trading day, especially in a group when they see that they did a chart markup. When we have this thing called the E3 strategy, it's a real basic strategy that takes the 5 principles, the 5 building blocks, the 5 foundations of the Forex market, of looking at the charts, and it teaches you how to trade it. And when you jump on that group and you do that markup, and you say, hey, look at this. And now all of a sudden somebody says, oh, wow, yes, I seen that too. And now all of a sudden you took the trade because you were confident in that trade, all because somebody responded to your post. Sometimes I get so caught up and I get so busy with a million things, but then when somebody else responds, okay, when somebody else responds, I'm like, okay, the community has my back, okay, has my back. All right.
That's major. That's powerful. And one thing that I want to add before we go to 7 is this. We all need to learn how to be a part of a group, right? There's 2 types of people in a group, contributors and consumers. And what I find as I'm part of groups is that most people will be a consumer, meaning they'll read, they'll listen, but they won't make a contribution. And, you know, when I listen to what you just said, Donnie, the people in the group who respond, they are contributors, right? And so you want to be one of the people who responds, but you also want to be one of the people that just encourages the group. You don't necessarily have to have a question. You could see something that's encouraging on Facebook or Instagram, screenshot it and drop it in the group for everybody. Saw this today, everybody be encouraged, have a great trading day. You know, just, or something about persistence, something about consistency, something that's encouraging and uplifting, right? The same with our Facebook and our Instagram. Be an active member of the group.
Yes. I do want to correct something real quick. I did call James Wood. It's Wooten. It's Wooten. I was realizing, like, wait a minute, I did mess up on that. I just wanted to correct that before he beats me up. One of my super students. He's like, how could you butcher my name? Because normally I'm used to calling out Beta Wood Wooten. But I did want to correct that. So yes, guys, definitely do plug into that. And I love our groups, man. These people that are plugging in, you see the success that they're having.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Well, let's go to number 7. And G Money,
Yeah.
I really would like for you to lead this part about the live classes.
Absolutely. So, you know, the live classes, you know, we are coming in live on a daily basis. We have an array of profitable coaches, and we're worldwide. We're international, right? We have educators here in the United States. We have educators on the other side of the world, you know, in Australia. So, I mean, you know, time zones are different. But, you know, we do, there's a calendar icon where you click on the calendar and basically it'll tell you what class is next, right? So identify your class and times and then get to learning there, right? Get to learning there for sure. We have in multiple languages, right? English, French, and Spanish as well. Translations are in other languages. But actually, I do want to just take a few seconds here. And I wanted to just to show the process how time zones, right? We're like I mentioned, we're all over the place. And when it comes to time zones and converting time zones is it just seems like very, very hard. Like, oh, I gotta convert a time zone. Are they in Central Time, etc.? We actually have a nice simple button that you can do on your hub and convert everything in the time zone you are, and it would automatically convert the calendar to your schedule. Okay, so if you don't mind, I'm gonna just quickly share my screen on that on the hub. Just a quick demonstration on that. And let me see here. Where's my desktop? There it goes. There you go. We have to see my screen. So this is the hub, right? This is the hub right here. I'm logged into my profile. Just basically here on the right-hand side. On the right-hand side, you click this little tool, show more. You update your profile, and it'll take you here, okay? And then right here, y'all, select the time zone. I'm in America Central Time. If you select this, every schedule in the hub will be based on your time zone. So everything is right here. You know, we have Africa time zones, you know, we're America, Bellum. So all you have to do is just find your region, find your city that correlates with your time zone. And once you click on it, the entire hub and left-hand side here, calendar, hit on calendar, the entire hub will be demonstrated, will be shown in your time zone. And to me, that's very powerful. It's a quick fix that everybody wanted from 2.0 to 3.0. And it just allows us to immediately just convert everything. No need to convert anymore. And this, you know, hopefully encourages everybody to know what time the schedule is, so you'll know exactly what times they are. But yeah, very, very powerful stuff. I'm gonna stop share, Mark, get it back to you on the slide. And if anybody else, one of the super students wants to just dive in on how live classes, the ability to be able to ask some questions during live classes has helped you guys.
That's one of my favorite parts of the live classes, honestly, because when I do my analysis and stuff, because I'm able to do it by myself, it's like I can go to class and knowing that I'm on the same page with my community sometimes, or I could be a little late to the party or however it may be. But if I have a question so that I can understand for me, that's what I love. Like we mentioned earlier, we're not just out here and we don't have access. We are able to have questions answered. And then other people, when they're able to answer their questions, sometimes you don't even know what you need to know. So I love that the live classes are awesome. I really do.
I got a question. Are the live classes recorded? So if I can't make it, can I rewatch it later?
Absolutely, they are. They're always recorded. Again, right? Navigate the hub. Get familiar with the hub. The hub also may have a little learning curve to it, but don't let these little things, slow you down. They're there for a reason. And just to kind of we've been mentioning it, but not forget, right? Trading can be the most rewarding thing career-wise that we choose, right? It can be the most rewarding. It is. Everything else out there is great. But if you really do have a pulse for trading and you love it, it's the most rewarding, right? Because the money is going to pay you, but the person you become after you learn how to trade, and then you have the ability as well to have a skill that nobody's going to take away. But you also have the ability to put out fires, like Mr. Buck says, put out fires. And like, if you really need something, trading can be it. And yeah, that's what I love about it. But yeah, so live classes are always recorded. Everything's always recorded in there, and you can always catch the recording if the time zone does not match your your region.
G Money, you took away my my dog ate my homework excuse by saying that we can go back and watch them. I hope you know that.
I'm personally grateful for that, because you teach supply and demand at 8 a.m. Central on Sundays, and Sunday is my one day to sleep in. So I've never been on your class on Sunday morning live, but you've taught me supply and demand several weeks on Sunday afternoon by me watching your recording, and that recording is off the charts. So thank you for that. The live classes are everything, and that's different. The live classes are topical, right? So you got live classes on supply and demand. You got live classes on risk management. You have live classes. What did Deanna teach the other week? How to use a tool called the RSI. So the live classes are going to teach you. Teen said it before. There's always something new to learn, and that's what you're going to get on these live classes. Now, Paul Hewlett has this question: where do you find the recordings? And Diana Hardy already answered it. Under the educator tab.
In the hub.
In the hub, under the edge. And so recordings by the educators, by the profit coaches, you'll find it under the educators. Recordings by the leaders, you'll find in their groups. So for example, Donnie will do various classes, you record them, and they post it in their group in the hub. All right, so that's why I love what Lacey said. The hub is your base. Keep coming back to it.
Oh, that's powerful.
That's good stuff. All right, let's go to 8. So you've been trucking through. Now it's time to start trading. Who's going to take this one?
I can do it.
Go for it, Martin.
Okay, so when you start trading, maybe I would say even in the beginning, you should start with the demo, because you can study from the recordings or lives, but at the same time, you need to be with the demo, because in pretty much every lesson, they're suggesting that you backtest afterwards and you're applying what you've learned in the charts by yourself. So what you can do in the beginning is start with the demo or the small amount account in the beginning, and then you can keep improving and improving. And yes, when it comes to the demo, that's pretty much it. You have some place where you can practice.
Yeah. So, Nika, in particular, because I know you've got a group that you're coaching as well. There's a comment there on the lower right-hand side of this about when things are going to start making sense. Can you speak to that?
Yeah, I just want to say that demo is very, very important because you have to practice it. And it's not going to come overnight, but pressing the button, practice, doing your trades is important. And you already attached to your money. So your demo is going to help you detach away from the money and learning the skill. That demo is helping you learn your skill, without, tickling your fancy of losing money because you're still attached. So I really believe you get that demo and you trade it, and you are trading it because you're learning a skill, not to increase the money on it. Detach yourself away from the money, trade on demo to learn your skill, and it'll start making sense to you. And it's only a matter of time. You'll have that Satori moment. All of that stuff is going to come together, but it starts with actually application, moving, pressing the button, using your brain and your analysis. So I traded demo for 2 months, like I said, because I was able to continually build upon, my lessons. And once I got, okay, I know how to do it, then boom, I went live.
Let me ask you a question, Nika, and the other two. When you traded a demo account like it was real money, when you put emphasis on a demo account, here's what we do. Oh, it's fake money. It's fake money, right? So you start with $1 million account, $100,000 account. I got $26 in my bank account. Why am I starting a demo account with 100 grand? I don't have 100 grand in my bank account. So the first question I got for you guys for you three is, when you started trading a demo account, starting with a realistic amount, 3,500, 1,500, what was the difference that you guys seen in your trading habits that said, okay, now I can do this, because you treated a demo like it was a real account?
Yeah, I can definitely speak to that. When you treat that demo like a real account, you're right. You need to, don't go into this putting the Lambo lots on it, messing with your psyche, and you're winning these thousands of dollars a day, and then you go live and then you hurt. Your feelings hurt about your $20, so don't do it. Get your demo account if you know that you got $300 that you're willing to let go. Because remember, with trading, you're gonna not put in no more than you're willing to risk. Like, you take your $300 and you know in your spirit that it's gone if your skill isn't up to par. Detach yourself away from the money. So you must do that, because them Lambo lots are gonna feel good, but when you press the button on them little $25 account you got and it's gone, your feelings gonna be hurt. So don't do it.
Nice.
Don't do it.
What about you, Lacey?
So anytime I have someone new come in as a customer in Ellev8, a new student, I always tell them to start with the smallest. The natural reaction for anyone that I've ever worked with is go with the $100,000 demo account, right? It looks nice, you're making money, but are you really going to be putting $100,000 in that account? The demo account really teaches you what kind of trader you are, because we learn about that. There's different style of traders, but once you start doing it, you start to learn what kind of trader you are. Am I a scalper? Am I a day trader? And so that's really, really important to get in there, to press buttons, to make those mistakes, because I've made many mistakes where I'm trying to trade gold and I only trade gold. I follow G Money, right? And we trade gold, and I accidentally pressed the wrong currency pair. And so the demo account helps with that. The mistakes that you can make, and you go from there and prevent that from happening. Now I remove every other currency pair. from my quotes. I only have XAU USD. And most of everyone coming into trading that's starting to learn with me is doing the same thing. I'm like, I've made so many mistakes where I pressed the wrong currency pair. I've pressed the wrong lot size. And sometimes I'd be in there making a mistake. And I'm like, okay, let's see how this goes. Let's run it. No analysis whatsoever. And I lose. But that's what a demo account does. It shows you what kind of trader you are. It shows you the mistakes that you can make. So that way you can prevent that from happening when you start a live account.
Guys, I'm gonna give you credit one time, guys, but that right there is a quotation mark. A demo account will show you what type of trader you are. Write that down and give Lacey her credit. Just like the road to success is always under construction. Lily Tyson, listen, that's her quote right there. A demo account will show you what type of trader you are. That right there, for me, being a senior Forex trader, was powerful. And I love that quote right there. And I see, as soon as you said it, I seen T Gray looked up too, was like, wait, what? And then he went right down to the notepad, and I guarantee you he was writing it down.
Yep.
Martin, what about you? What success have you seen since you actually took a demo account and then started trading it like it was a real account? Was that when you started seeing the success in your live account?
No, I wouldn't say that, because even in the beginning, I started actually with a live account. I was never starting with a demo, but I would say I was trying some new strategies in the demo during the time that I was also trading in the live account. And this was pretty much what helped me a lot when it comes to trying out new things, see what works for me, the type of trader that I am. Obviously,
There it is. The type of trader that he is. Where did he go? There's G Money. You see, he went to what, guys? What did he go to? Chat, Facebook. Where did he go? He went to the demo account. And you see, everybody looked up, G Money and myself. He went to the demo account and said, let me see what type of trader I am. I'm not doing it on a live account. Listen, I'm not sleeping on the couch. Okay. I'm not sleeping on the couch. Listen, I'm going to the demo account. Okay.
Yeah, you know what, Donnie, you're 1,000% correct, right? Over the last 30 days, you've taught me two different strategies. You taught me a position trading strategy and a scalping strategy. And I've been testing. And here was the advice that he gave me. He practices what he preaches. He said, open a demo account and practice these, right? So you practice new strategies on a demo account. Now, I want to be clear, because there are some people out there like Vita who they just need it to be real money. So let's expand our definition of demo account. The demo account can be a true demo. And like the advice was given, make sure that the amount is similar to the amount that you would actually fund a demo, a real amount, a real account with. No Lambo lots, like Nico said. And a demo account is also a small amount live trading account, right? An amount that you can afford to practice on. Right. And you'll trade that with small lot sizes. You'll learn about lot sizes later, so that you can't, you won't blow your real money. But either way, a demo account is where you go to learn and hone your strategies and find yourself, like Lacey said. You're going to find out what kind of trader you are.
And I want to add to that, T Gray. Some people, they're like, demo account. I don't want to be in a demo account. I want to trade real money. They start a live account, and I did the same, where I started a small live trading account, but it was just $200. And I learned quickly that I cannot trade $200. I want to make money. And I can't stay $2 to $6 every day. That was hard for me. I wanted to make $100, $200, a day. And so what I learned after blowing $200 account after $200 account, even $500 accounts, that $1,000 to $2,000 was a great starting point for me and my trading style.
Perfect. That's awesome. That is awesome. This is good stuff. So that's number 8. Get started trading. And I want to make sure that this point doesn't get lost. So you're learning all this stuff as you're watching, as you're going through, studying the class, studying the knowledge base, as you're on the live classes, right? But so much of it will just be knowledge that doesn't correlate until you actually start taking trades, right? The analogy that I like to use is you can take parenting classes all day, but you won't really get it until you have some kids, right? So, you know, and my wife said this the other day, she's been studying like it's college. She took her first trades on Friday and she goes, oh, because the lights now start coming on once you actually are in the market and you have to actually enter a trade. You have an entry point, you have a stop loss, you have a take profit, and you have to actually identify where you're getting in and where you might get out and all that kind of stuff. Now you start putting it together. You can't get that just from learning and taking notes. You got to actually start pushing the button. All right, anything on that before we go to 9? We don't have 10 steps, we got 9.
Favorite
Closing
nine.
at 8.
All right, let's go to 9 then.
All right. So these boot camps are incredible. So the profit coaches are there. It's a full immersion experience. It's education, it's fun, and it's community. Who's been to a boot camp? Who wants to talk about it?
I've been to all of them. I've been to all of them.
Of course you have.
So let's see, Dubai, English, Cancun, Spanish, Czech, English, Atlanta, English, and we're going to the 5th one in Australia. And I'll tell you, they're amazing, right? They're really, really amazing. And, you know, like it says right here, full immersion experience, educational, fun, and you're around with a like-minded community there. And, it's fun learning through Zoom. And obviously, after 2020, we kind of embraced this Zoom, type of learning. But, just being present live. I know when we're in Atlanta, I mean, that's when I met Donnie for the first time, just the fire and the energy that he brings. And then you can actually, a lot of students were going there and asking him questions or asking us questions. And the boot camps, and I think Lacey had her story that they just allow you to give you hope. They give you hope, like, oh, you know what, I can do this. I know there's a lot of experiences and a lot of stories that we heard that, I started my first live trade whenever I went after a boot camp. And I think part of it is because, college education, there's a price to it. More so, there's an investment to it. The boot camps, everything that we offer here is an investment, right? You're investing in yourself. You're investing to take your trading to the next level, because the reward is definitely massive, depending on what type of goals you want. But these boot camps here, I mean, they're fun. They're always packed out. They're fun, and we always try to keep the energy going.
All right. I'm going to play a video for the boot camp.
Ooh, okay.
Now, obviously, you can't go to that boot camp, because if you could, that means you have a time machine and you don't need any of this, because you can make a fortune with a time machine. But it shows you what a boot camp is like. You can see we have a lot of fun, and we're rubbing shoulders with like-minded people. It's 2 days of full immersion learning. You're fine-tuning what you learn. And boot camps are filled with aha moments. I took 2 pages of aha moments in Atlanta, and I see Martine, I see you shaking your head. Obviously, you've had some aha moments that happened at a boot camp. I'm gonna let you talk about yours.
Yes, for sure. I mean, on the boot camp that was in Atlanta, it was great, amazing, and all the recordings that I received were just you can see how everything is explained in an easy way, and you can learn from this. But when it comes to the live event that I was in Prague, it was amazing. Just exactly as Tigray said, you can tap into the energy, tap into with the community, and there is fun, of course. I mean, there were games that they're putting people from the community on stage, and we are trading together, and it's just incredible. There are some awards as well, and some of the moments that I get is like when they're explaining about certain chart and a certain setup, and they're saying, you just need to put this and let it go. And this is something that then you say to yourself, yes, if it's so easy, I want to do it right away. And everything just changed when it comes to the vision and the mindset that you have after the boot camps.
Yep. And speaking of, let me just ask the group here just to kind of give people a taste of what happens at the boot camp. So the most recent one was Atlanta. Everybody here participated in that one. What was just one of your aha moments coming out of that boot camp?
One of my aha moments was that the sauce that Donnie was dropping about those MAs. He was mentioning some little, at those boot camps, there's like some extra little stuff. So I took that away and I put it in my arsenal.
Who else?
What about you, Lacey?
Yeah, there's definitely extra stuff. You want the secret sauce? Get to a boot camp. There's some information that was shared there by our CEO, Mr. Holton Buggs, that I know will make me and save me millions.
Yes.
My moment was I had a conversation with the team, I believe from Denmark, Stein, and Lander and them, and they picked my brain for about 45 minutes, and she already had her questions written down, and they were written down as about 10 questions, if I'm not mistaken. And they were able to take away a big aha moment at that table. And now I see that they are doing phenomenal with their trading plans and strategies.
So for me, my aha moments, our CEO, he freed me. He said, trade your personality, right? So he gave us the freedom to identify a style that resonates with you and stick with that, and trade one pair. I was trying to trade this one and that one and that one. And, I was floundering until I said, you know what? I'm going to trade one pair. I'm going to focus on that one pair and trade my style. And that's one of my big aha moments from the last boot camp. So folks, the boot camps are right now. I'm watching the chats, and you heard Martin say he watched it virtually. Here's what he did. He bought a live ticket to the boot camp and he watched the recording, because we don't live stream boot camps. You have to actually go there, or when you buy the ticket, you also get the recording, right? So you also get the recording. So when the event is over, typically within a week to 2 weeks, we make the recording available to the people who bought a ticket. And so I think that was really strong. Martin just gave everybody a lesson. He just showed you how much that recording is worth. It's worth the price of a full price ticket. So good stuff there. So those are the 9 steps. And we have one more thing that we want to talk about before we bring this to a close, because it's probably the most important thing that we can put up here in terms of guiding you on your success journey. So these are the 3 elements to your success. And we talked a lot today about getting the knowledge. And then we talked a lot about applying it, right? Actually get in there and trade, actually do a demo or a live account, start trading. But how many of you can see what the biggest slice of the pie is? And really, it should be bigger. It should be more of the pie, but it would make the other 2 slices too small to read. So
It's said right on your shirt. Mindset is everything.
Yep. It is everything. And Lacey alluded to it. She said, when you trade the demo account, you're going to find out You're going to learn about yourself. You're going to find out what kind of trader you are. Because mindset, you know, G Money, when you first started teaching me, you said this, and I did not believe you. You said it's only 10% technical, it's 90% mental. And I'm like, yeah. Right? And we did the boot camp in Dubai. And Jason, who runs all of the education, he got up there and he spoke for 30 minutes about mindset. And I'm gonna be honest, folks, I tuned him out. I'm like, skip all this. Get to the how-tos. Show me how to read the charts. Show me how to read the candles. Show me how I can tell which way the market is going. And so me being a strong learner, I've learned that stuff. Donnie will tell you, I can call out the trades with the best of them now. I can mark up the charts. Donnie has come up with the greatest trick in the world. He taught me how to mark up charts. So I mark up charts. I don't think he even marks up his own charts. He just waits for me to send him my homework.
Nope.
And he uses my markup for the next 2 weeks. Right? and he makes money with my markups. And I've been struggling because I had to attack this. Mindset is everything. So I just want to challenge you guys. You got to get the knowledge. You got to do the application. But then you have to do the personal work, the mindset work. This is why our disclaimer is so strong, because even if you learn everything and get the best computer and the best setup, you're still not guaranteed to win until, like Lacey said, you find yourself and you deal with that. You guys.
Mic drop right there. Mic drop right there. But yes, guys, the mindset is everything when it comes to trading. And that's me personally, that's the reason why I love trading myself, right? Because it does make us a lot better. We always talk about you become 1% better a day. Trading is the one career that actually challenges that every day, right? It does challenge that every day because the market, that's what it does. But yeah, knowledge, Ellev8 Hub. Application, you practicing on the demo account, you practicing on your MetaTrader, on your live, whatever it is. That's the application, right? But those things, the mindset will basically, do everything. There was somebody on Instagram who sent me a message. Their projection, very similar to what we just mentioned, Tigre. I think the dollar is going to do this, and then from there is going to get some support and then go up, right? So here's the thing, y'all. And this is one thing that also has been very liberating with the community, and most importantly, the mindset of Mr. Holton Bugs. I heard Mr. Holton Bugs say, trade your personality through a Zoom one time. And then from there, I just been using it. Like I had an aha moment, like that is true. That was so liberating for me, trade your personality. That was so liberating for me as a trader, but also as a profit coach, right? To teach the students that. So liberating, because there's a lot of hype up there about a certain strategies, that you have to do my strategy. But at the end of the day, if we all learn the same strategy and we don't have the same personality, you're not going to get the same results, right? So trade your personality, make your own mistakes, know how to fall down with your own mistakes so you can get back up stronger. Because if you fall down on somebody else's strategy, what's going to happen? Oh, we're going to point fingers. You're going to point fingers here and there. And that's the whole thing. So that's number one, right? The mindset of trading your personality. The other second thing was, trading is about making money. We're here to make money, right? We're here to make money. It's not about marking up a chart. It's not about calling everything by a certain name. It's about making money, make money, make money. Remember that trading is making money. It's not marking up charts. Trading, you're going to learn those things as part of the knowledge. But trading to know how to make money, because there's a lot of people out there who know how to mark up charts, just like Tigre said. But when it comes to that execution, you're in. When it comes to holding a trade and you're in profit, how do you react to that? How do you react when you're in blue? How do you react when you're in red? Those are things that all come into play, and that's what Ellev8's about. The community of how we approach the mindset. All profit coaches, Donnie included, all successful, experienced senior students, they know the mindset game. And this is uneven. like 95.5. You could put it that
I
way.
always start my trainings off with a slide, and I know Vita, James, and everybody can say this. And I tell everybody, and it's just like what Holton Bug said, what you just said, what T. Gray said, and I always start with this. There is no right or wrong way to trade the Forex market. It's your way. Okay? Listen to what I just said. There is no right or wrong way to trade the Forex market. It's your way. Don't be like, oh, well, I'm not trading your way, so I'm wrong. No, if anybody ever tells you that, and I'm gonna tell you right here, and Holton can tell me today to go kick rocks, get off my platform. If anybody tells you you're trading wrong, they're wrong. Okay? But he will never do that because it's your way. Like he told T. Gray, trade your mindset, trade your personality. Okay? So I leave you with that. And I have a metal board. You know, I got one of those cool little signs, you know, the Monopoly money. And it says that. It says there is no right or wrong way to trade the Forex market. It's your way. The only wrong way is not to trade at all. That's it. To not trade at all is the wrong way. Okay.
Man, strong. So let's end on this topic. We're going to go out with an opportunity for each of you to let everybody know your best piece of advice. Okay. So what is your best piece of advice for everybody listening? And by the way, before you do that, I just want to say congratulations to you guys. We're almost at 3 hours and hardly anyone has left. I imagine that the people who had to go, but we're pretty much at the same number as we had at the height of the call. So that's absolutely phenomenal. And it says that you guys really want this. And I want to congratulate you for being men and women of action and who are able to prioritize what you really, really want. And we also want to thank you for all of your donations. Those stars equal donations. And we have a charitable organization that feeds and takes care of children and that works against human trafficking called the BÜM Foundation. And that's where those stars go. And so those of you who've been giving stars, we totally 1000% appreciate you for that. And we want to just say thank you. But to our incredible panelists here, what is your best advice that you have for our Ellev8 family who are at some point in their journey, beginning, middle, whatever? Let's start with Martine. We'll go in this order: Martine, Lacey, Nika, Donnie, G Money.
It should be one, right? Just one advice.
Go for it, bro. We need to hear from you.
I would say trade with the same way of thinking, no matter if you're in blue or in red. That's it.
So your advice is really a mindset advice.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
All right. So what Martine is saying basically is you want to get to the point where you are neutral, where you're even. Right. That's a big thing. And I want to call on Donnie and G Money to help add a little bit of color to what Martine said, because I don't want people to miss that, because that plays back to mindset.
Do you want the color? Sure. I'm in drawdown, $250 in the red, but as soon as I get in the blue, I'm up $7. I close out the trade. G Money, see, I know G Money was gonna say the same thing. That's exactly what he said. Have that same mindset, that same personal fortitude, right, of trading. Okay, if I have the mindset to say, okay, I set my trade and I set my stop loss, I'm not gonna panic, right? The same thing is if I tell you guys on Coffee and Charts, I'm taking this trade to 1950. I don't care what happens in between. I'm going to sit there with the same mindset that if I'm in the red, the same mindset of I'm in the blue. I'm going to let it hit my take profit. And if the trade plays out, it plays out. If I lost, it was a loss. I'm moving on to the next trade. G Money?
That's it. That's it right there.
Yeah. And so to get to that place, you got to do some serious mindset work to get to that place where you're not on an emotional roller coaster based on whether your trade is in the red or in the blue. So thank you for that, Martine. We appreciate that. Lacey, what is your best advice for our Ellev8 family? We can go, let's go full screen on the panelists if we can. What is your best advice?
My advice is staying plugged in, get in the hub, get to events, get on the trading calls, get in groups, all of those things keep your mind sharp, keep your mind in the right place. You know, getting to boot camps, you get to talk to the profit coaches, you get to talk to new and advanced students, you know, to know that you're not alone in your challenges, you're not alone in your trading journey, you're not alone in your success. Everyone wants to see you win. And so stay plugged in, stay around the fire, you know, because some students, you know, they share their results when they're winning, right? They share, oh, this is what I won today, this is my profits, and then they blow their account. And that's mindset, right? It's not that they don't know what they need to do. They know what they need to do. We're taught that in the classes, but it's the mindset. It's snatching those profits and get out. When you're on that, what I call trading high, your mindset gets clouded because you think you're going to keep winning, but you don't. And the market will show you that very quickly that you don't. You know, so snatch those profits and get out. And what's really cool about what we learn is that I analyze the chart when I trade. Before I trade, I analyze, I set my trades, and I close my app and I let it go. You know, because like Martin said, you can get, you know, emotional when you see the red, when you see the blue. You have to be able to stay neutral when you're trading. And sometimes I admit I'm a new trader. You know, I'm new to this. I'm a baby in this journey. And sometimes I get emotional and I hang on for dear life. And I'm like, oh, if it just gets to 0, you know, I'm okay just paying the swap fees, you know, and you don't want to do that, you know. So stay in the hub, get in the hub, just keep refining that skill. Don't give up. Don't give up.
I love it. Lacey, you know, I won't trade if I don't make my bed in the morning. Do you guys know that? If I don't make my bed when I get out of bed in the morning, I won't trade. Because like Lacey said, it's that mindset, right? I'm now not in that right mindset. When I make the bed, I notice I open the blinds, I do everything, I clean up a little bit from the night before. But if I get out of bed, I don't make that bed, my mindset is off. Okay, my mindset is off. Okay, yes, so great job, G Money.
Oh, pretty good, man. We're good.
Nika.
Wow. Nika.
Oh, right, man. There is so much that I could say, but I would say the main thing that I would want everybody to take away from this is that you have to detach yourself and your feelings from money in this, okay? Chase the skill in the beginning, the money will follow, but just stay out of your feelings. Keep your feelings out of the market, because the market don't care about your feelings, you know. The market cares about making money, and you care about learning the skill to snatch those profits, okay? Nobody's here to judge you for what you had to do while you're in this survival mode, okay? Take your feelings out of it, press the button, get the skill, and just have fun with it. Nobody's gonna take it from you once you learn it. So get your feelings out of everything and just dive into the information, detach it away from the money, chase the skill, chase the freedom, and you will be successful. It's only a matter of time. That's what I have to leave y'all with.
Wow. Yeah, I'm gonna say right now, there's so much of what you said is gonna end up on the wall in my office today. Like, I just appreciate you so much. And what I want to do is I want G Money and Donnie to have the last word. So Mark, let's you and I give our best advice before we go. You go first, and then
Okay.
and then we'll let these
Yeah,
guys.
so just plug into the calls, plug into the community, and plug into the hub. That's it. That's all it takes. And you've got to study on your own too. You know, I've been on my own trading journey. I've had my up days, I've had my down days. It's a roller coaster, but if you stay disciplined and diligent, it will come. It will come. Just like Nika, just like Lacey, just like Martine, it will come.
Absolutely. And what I want to add to that is this: swallow it whole. Swallow it whole. Don't dismiss things like I did because you think you know. Here's the reality. You are too new to know what is bones and what is meat. So you at this early stage, you can't spit out the bones because you don't know what's a bone, right? So I'm actually at a place, it's funny, I made myself laugh the other day because I'm now literally doing everything that they taught me to do in the beginning that I disregarded, that I spit out as a bone. I'm marking up charts. I'm planning the week on Sunday afternoon. I'm journaling my trades. I was like, I don't need journal trade. I'm just gonna trade. I'm gonna take next trade. I have a trading plan. I have trading affirmations. I'm doing the mindset work. And I'm already now listening to Trading in the Zone for the second time. I'm literally doing everything that I was like, I don't need to do that. I don't need to do that. I don't need to do that. I'm doing it now. So swallow it whole. You don't know what you don't know. So just submit to the teaching.
Nice. I will go next, guys, and leave the last for my favorite. Again, I'm a fan club of G Money, so we're gonna let him go last. As I said before, guys, there is no right or wrong way to trade the Forex market. It's your way. Okay. And I'm gonna leave you with the last piece of that because T. Gray already said journal your trades. James Wooten said it there as well in the chat. Journal. See why you took that trade. Tell me why. Tell me why. Tell yourself why. And then sometimes you guys will call me and be like, I know what I did wrong, but so wait, just listen. I'm like, okay, go ahead. You know, and I get on my Houghton, you know, you got 8 minutes, okay? Because you already knew what you did wrong. So go back and fix it, right? And then the last thing I'm gonna tell you is push the damn button. Push the damn button. Do you know, excuse me, I know I'm about to get a message from the team there, like bleep, 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 PTDB. Do you know how many charts that I see on a daily basis that are amazing markups? And then I go back and I'll be like, and I won't say nothing on purpose because I don't want to be the voice of reason in your head. Look what I just said. I don't want to be the voice of reason in your head. I want you, look in the mirror, you to be the voice of reason in your own head to say that I like my trade. I like my setup and I'm going to push the button, not send Donnie Pips to trade and say, wow, this looks amazing. Go ahead. Then all of a sudden, what if I don't respond? Well, I didn't take the trade because you did not reply. No. PTDB. Be the voice of reason in your own head. Push the button and then come back and tell me like Team Cheeks, Erica Cheeks did when she said she had $400 in her account to start the day. She pushed the button. She was over $850 to end the day. And I didn't even reply. And that was why. Don't use me as an affirmation. Use yourself. You are the best success story that you can tell anybody. Nobody cares about Donnie Pips. Nobody cares about MK with those nice, beautiful muscles. All right. T. Gray and the beautiful car. All right. Here's what they care about. How much money did you make? Right? Because I tell everybody this and I tell my kids this. You are the best success story that you can tell. Guys, I'm Donnie Pips and I'm going to turn it over to G Money.
Excellent. All right, y'all. Well, great stuff, everybody. And there's 3 things. First, learn risk management. Risk management is the first thing you have to learn. We do have a series in the Start Here area of risk management. And I'm going to add some more videos in there as well. You know, how to lot size, what lot size to use based on your account size. So that's coming. But those first 30, 90 days, as you're learning, attending classes, learning here and there, definitely focus on risk management. Know how to lot size. Know how much a PIP is going to pay you. Know the value of 1 PIP is important. Number 2, so that's number 1, risk management. Number 2, when you're trading, pick 1 pair. Stick to 1 pair. 1 pair is the best advice to provide you because there's a lot of pairs to choose from. A lot of them. There's, you know, over so many currency pairs. You know, just in the major currencies, there's about 8 of them. And then there's gold. So, you know, there's 9 pairs to pick. Pick 1 pair. Each pair has its own personality. Each pair has its own heartbeat. Each pair has its own volatility, right? Each pair pays different per pip. And that's where lot sizes come in. So definitely get to know that pair's personality. Find a pair that meets your personality, you know? And, you know, for the most part, everybody trades gold. Gold is a great pair to trade. And it may be, you know, that's the pair you need to trade. Okay. So that's the two. And then number three, last but not least. So number one was risk management. Number two is pick a pair. And then number three basically ties in with kind of what spills over to what Donnie mentioned. Do not be afraid to lose. Do not be afraid to lose. I want to ask some questions here in the chat right quick. I want you all to guess how many, when in between the years I was profitable, 2 and 3 years I was investing, trying to figure out myself, how many blown accounts do you guys think I've had? How many blown accounts you guys think I've had? Well, somebody got it right on the right answer. It's been over 100.
Oh, wow.
Over 100 blown accounts. But it's not over 100 accounts, each account worth $10,000. Each account was about $50 to $100, right? Every profitable trader will tell you, that they've blown an account. Every profitable trader will tell you that they blew some kind of account. So why are you afraid to lose? Why are you afraid to lose? The problem is that people go in there with their life savings or money that they're connected to, and they take care of that money so much that when they blow it, it's over, it's game over, right? So you know what, I realized something. It's like, let me just trade small accounts. You know, like one thing that also Lacey said, $100 account is not going to pay the bills, right? If you do proper lot sizes on a small account, it's not going to pay the bills. Like, I think you can barely even buy you a 99-cent cheeseburger with that. But there's leverage, there's lot sizes, you know, you can slightly over leverage a little bit on a one. I'm not trying to get 1%. Let's put it this way. I'm not trying to get 1% on a $100 account. Okay. I'm trying to get 10, 50% on a $100 account. So I'm being aggressive. What happens? It blows it. Okay. You lost. You took a punch to the face. Let me get back up. How can I do it again? Fix here. So that's the three things that I leave you. Don't be afraid to lose. This is not financial advice as far as how you know, you should take your trading, but don't be afraid to lose. And once you learn how to press those buttons on demo, get on live as quickly as possible. Learn how to play that small demo live account. And the quicker you know how to lose, you're just numb. I get a lot of comments when we're doing live trading, like, gee, how the heck are you so calm? Well, it's because I lost over 100 accounts at some point. It wasn't a lot of money, but I've been through it. Believe me, if you lose $100,000 account, a blown account is the same thing, you know, all across the board. It's a blown account. But those are my top three. Learn how to risk management, pick a pair, and do not be afraid to lose. And push the button. Push the button.
Strong. What an amazing day. I'm sure we could do this all day. There's so many great things, but I hope that for all of our Ellev8 family, wherever you are in your journey, I hope this call blessed you and gave you clarity on what you need to do in order to get the most out of this amazing thing called Ellev8 so that you can become a profitable trader. We taught you the pieces of Ellev8. We taught you the steps you need to make sure you cover in your journey. And we even taught you, some of the mistakes that people make and what are some of the things that you need to do or accomplish mentally and actually in your application as a trader so that you can be successful. We'll see you on the Ellev8 Hub. We'll see you in the live trading sessions and the live classes, and we'll see you in the groups in the community. We love you guys. Let's take responsibility for our friends and family that we introduced to Ellev8. Let's manage their expectations so that they don't die too early on their journey and that they can make it to the end and be like G Money, be like Donnie, be like Nika, be like Lacey, be like Martine. We love you guys. It's a wrap for today. And we'll see you guys on the top of the charts.